There we are. Hello, CFA Nation. Gabe and Nick will be back here shortly. What's good, people? Getting ready for this first over. Looks like Sandeep Sharma is going to have the ball. We got Renil. What's good, Renil, in the chat? What's up, sup? What's going on? The doctor, Raul, Han. Who else is up in here? Richard, Natum, push up. Push. Man. Guys, I read Renil's comment as I'm logging in and getting ready. And Renil, you couldn't be more right. All right. Punjab Kings playing musical chairs. People in and out, in and out, in and out. I'm happy to see the Universe Balls back, but like there's just no consistency to their lineup. You know what I'm saying? There's just no consistency to their lineup. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
What is happening, everybody? What is happening, Gabe? I did my transfers with 1:24 left.
Ooh, my man was still doing transfers.
Even though I had Chris Morris as my captain in the last match. Ooh, that debacle. I only made 2 moves. I don't have a lot of these. I don't have any of these guys in my squad. I got K. Raul and I got Brar because I had like 8 seconds left and he was the first name I saw. Boom.
Harpreet Brar.
Yeah.
Oh, I went with Mayank Agarwal, KL Raul. I told you Mayank Agarwal was captain.
Yeah.
KL Raul, and then I went with Arshdeep Singh. I wanted to go with
Arshdeep Singh. Man, I had 7 seconds. Dang it.
I wanted to go with Bishnoi, but I couldn't afford him.
Did you make Mayank your captain?
Of course.
Yes,
of course.
I love it.
You know it.
So what happened in the first match? You weren't working your second job last night. What happened?
Dude,
I too much?
No, I thought I saved it. Because as soon as I talked to I had put it in. I don't know what happened. I don't know why I didn't save, man. And then I just didn't check it again because after we got home from Trey's game. By the way, guys, I'm gonna put up on our Twitter Born Reviews. Trey had this is what you call a recruiting game. He had a monster game last night. He had 4 catches on 5 targets. 2 touchdowns, 130 yards, interception, a block punt, and 7 tackles. He had a monster game. Player of the game, although the team lost the game, but even the other coaches on the other team was like, holy cow, double cover him. It's ridiculous. They're giving him 5 yards off the line and he's still burning kids. And he doesn't even start as wide receiver. He starts at corner, but by the second half, we're always out to say they got to put him at wide receiver because our other wideouts can't catch. But it's bananas, man. And you know what we were doing last night, Nick? Emailing coaches, sending out game film, filling out college apps, man. You know,
Dude,
oh.
That's awesome for Trey. Big props for him. Talking about the DC game. DC wins very easily. Rajasthan. I'm just glad I didn't use my clean slate today. I knew not to use it today, but I'm glad I didn't do it. But you were talking yesterday in my classroom during a break. You're like, I'm thinking about Sanju Samson. You think he's due? I'm like, he's due, but he never works out for me. Good luck. Man, could you imagine if you took him as your captain?
I should have.
Because Dewan didn't do anything, really.
I thought about it, but he's so up and down.
This is like the one performance he'll have for the rest of the season.
This is his game. And you know what's sad, dude? He got 70 runs, and they couldn't break, $125? This team needs to just be blown up, man. This team needs to be blown up.
Tough, man. They can score runs sometimes, but they're not nearly consistent enough.
They're not consistent enough. You're absolutely right, bro. And it's so frustrating.
My man, Livingstone opened 1 run. Ouch. Jaiswal, 5 runs. Ouch.
Hold on. Here comes the drive-bys. I gotta ask, my man.
Markia dominated again, though.
Gabe, get Nick to address the huge elephant in the room. I don't know what elephant you speak of.
I don't know either. The fact that my teams keep losing, that's not a big elephant. We already know about that elephant. I've already mentioned that.
Gabe, how did you forget to make transfers? Guys, I put it in. I don't know if I just didn't save it.
I couldn't believe that when I saw it. I'm like, oh, man, Chris Morris' captain didn't even play. I hate it. These 3 a.m. games, man. I'm not going to wake up at 2 a.m. just to see
to set a lineup. Yeah.
55 to see the line, because sometimes they don't give us the lineup. This is what frustrates me about Dream 11. Sometimes you don't get the lineup till like 8 minutes before.
8 minutes, yeah.
8 minutes before. I mean, come on.
Wow, Nick, with this win, DC qualified. They're already in.
What else is new? What else is new? They're at the top of the points table. They're doing what they're doing.
Oh, Gabe, I told the fake Wokes fan 3 times on the stream yesterday that Wokes was in a match for English Country Club. He got 3 wickets and they won. Oh, Nick, your boy
the fake
Wokes.
Wokes fan.
He said you should be touting
talking about
Wokes no matter what he does. Like whoa. What Wokes is playing?
Disrespectful. Watch this, Han. Watch this. Boom. That's disrespectful right there. How dare you? You think I pay attention to county cricket? Stop it. Stop it.
Oh, man. Rajasthan Royals lost, helps Mumbai Indians. You know what? What's sad? I just don't want to see the Mumbai Indians get in because they're still the kind of team that could get in and win. You know what I mean? And
I'm not seeing that. And just one last thing about the Wokes thing. That's another day at the yard for him. Another day at the yard. I've been touting Chris Wokes for how long? People keep saying, oh, he can't do another day at the yard. I'm not surprised at all.
The universe boss is back.
You have Chris Gale in your squad?
I set the lineup, and then by the time I had set it, Wokes is they had put it in. I should have put him in there, but dude, I'm just it's frustrating because you don't want to do more than 3 transfers because everybody else I have is playing tomorrow, so I couldn't really do it.
They're in Sharjah, right? I know it's early. It's 8 balls, but they have 3 runs so far.
Bro,
all on singles.
I have no idea what cricket is anymore, dude. I don't understand.
I am so glad I did not use a clean slate.
There we go. Glad. Backwards 4. I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? That's the third man back there.
Biggs wants a reminder. I got you, Biggs. 5 times, baby.
Oh,
5
man.
times.
Biggs, don't you get tired of hearing that? Don't you get tired of hearing that?
He's asking for it.
He's asking
Nick,
for it.
Your team will win tomorrow. They better. Oh, man, they better.
Who are they playing tomorrow, Nick?
You know what? I was just going to look it up.
I know CSK plays tomorrow. The CSK, that's a good question.
Let me find out right now.
So KR Raul with the 4.
Oh, no, it's by 2 teams. It's RCB and Mumbai.
That's why he said it. What if your teams don't win? I love it.
Wow.
Who do you got more confident in, RCB or Mumbai?
You really got to ask that question?
Yeah, Mumbai. Come on. RCB's looking rough. RCB's looking. He who shall remain not later. What is it?
The team that shall not be named.
Oh, man. Somebody else had me cracking up on the stream, and I was laughing. I think it was Big's comment last night on our 3 wickets. And what was Big's comments? 3 CSK, 2 KK. Oh, man. That's going to be interesting.
No, he's just saying that you have 5 titles too with those 2 teams combined.
Yeah, you combine
my 2 teams combined also have 5 titles because RCB's or the team that should not be named has 0.
Wow, he's like the team that should not be named. So
they're in timeout right now. They are in timeout right now.
Dude, I'm trying to remember the comment. I'm actually gonna look it up because it was so funny. I'm going through comments this morning, guys. I didn't even look at YouTube yesterday. Like I said, we got home from Trey's game. And immediately we're starting to work on film. Coaches are sending us emails. We emailed 2 other colleges yesterday. Come on, run away for a boundary. What is in this outfield, dude? This thing is so slow. It's like molasses out there. For the love of Pete.
You're out of control. You're way ahead of me though on the stream. Minutium, get the paperwork set up, man. I'm in that. I'm on board with that. Class action suit.
Class action suit.
Han Solo. You're wrong. You're wrong. Check the numbers. The Jets have won a Super Bowl championship. RC or the team that should not be named has not. So even the Jets are better the team that should not be named.
So Biggs had the blue soap comment that was super funny, but there
was hilarious.
There was another comment, man, yesterday in the comment section.
I just love how I think it was Biggs who said, or maybe it was someone else, the team that should not be named. I love how they mentioned that in the comment.
It was something about it. It was something to do with that, and I was cracking up. I can't. Gabe already mushed. Where is it?
Yeah, it was one of the first comments in that video.
Yeah, I was cracking up, man. I was cracking up when I was reading the news this morning.
I'll find it.
Anyways, guys,
13 for no loss.
Can we
14 no loss.
Is it too early to just start naming our final four right now? Is it too early to name the playoff seeding already?
It's never too early. I
mean, Nick, I think you would agree, and even myself as a CSK fan, I gotta say number one is going to be no question, DC. DC is, man, they're I thought it was bad.
That's a good pick since they qualified for it.
Oh, nice pick there, Cotton. But I'm saying they'll end up with the number one seed. Number two, I think, will be CSK, so they'll get the buys. And then 3 and 4 will be KKR looks like they're gonna make that 3 and 4 seed. Who's gonna be the 4th seed, dude? Because everybody else looks so bad. Help me out, guys. What do you guys think? RCB or Mumbai? It's got to be one of those two. Kings can't get out of their own way.
Mumbai's in the 6th spot. Knight Riders can get in there.
No, Knight Riders are going to get in there. I'm telling you, Knight Riders are going to get in there. People say Mumbai.
Mumbai doesn't have any chance of winning at all this year. I'll tell you that right now. They have no chance of winning at all. If they win all this year, the rest of the IPL is garbage. That's all I got to say. Because they're having a bad year.
Come on, bro. 5-time champs. Sandeep Sharma bowling well economically, bro. A 240 strike rate. I'm shocked to say, please bring Boovy back.
They are, he's in great form. Look at Dewan. Leading Harshal Patel. Harshal Patel in the fantasy numbers. Jeez, Harshal Patel. Look at those. Look at Samson. How is he in 4th place?
Because he puts up huge,
impossible?
Bro, because this year he had like an 80, then a duck, another duck, then he had like 100. Bro, the guy just is so inconsistent.
Yeah, Biggs reminded me. I did find the comment. It was Bidrip. This is the comment itself. It says, anyone who supported the team that shall not be named watches IPL incognito to hide themselves from shame. This was a season they could raise their head high, but they headed back to hiding. I'm an SRH fan, so I'm safe.
That was so funny, bro. When I was reading that, he's like, they watch it incognito. Like, you know, wives will be in the cooking in the kitchen or telling to the kids. They're like, or the husbands will, if the wife's a fan, and they'll secretly be in the room like this, volume really low. What are you doing back there? Nothing. Come on.
It'd be like, honey, you have that Playboy out again? No, it's not the Playboy. It's RCB.
Bro, look at that misfield by I was gonna say RCB by the Sunrisers. That should have just been a dot. Honestly, like, I'm sure therapists probably tell a lot of people when they go, you know, like, listen, a lot of your stress would be forgotten if you weren't a sports fan. I guarantee you, that's one of the things I would tell if I was a therapist and I had a guy come in, like, let me just guess. You're a Knicks fan, or you're a Jets fan, or you're an RCB fan. I mean, honestly, they must cause so much agita and pain in people's lives. You can't make it up. You can't make it up.
Is this real?
There's
a rumor that the Hoff is suing Kolkata over copyright issues. The name Knight Riders. Hasselhoff.
Why not? Why not? He'll take a check.
No one else can use those two words together?
Bro.
Do they have it anywhere in the logo?
Listen, this is America, bro. A lady sued McDonald's because she got burnt with hot coffee. Newsflash, coffee's hot. You know what I'm saying, bro? You know what I'm saying?
They didn't tell her it was hot?
They didn't tell her it was hot. Come on. It's a shame. It's a shame. How dare you, Hoff? How dare you?
It's a shame.
How dare you?
You can't tell me the judge in that case was in on the fix. Come on.
That judge probably hated McDonald's. How dare he? Look at the Universe boss. He's got his helmet on. He's ready to go. Oh, Universe boss. You know what?
He's been ready to go since they came back.
Nick, both these guys are on my squad, and I don't even care if they get out right now because I want to see my Universe boss.
There's something wrong with you.
What?
Fantasy is everything. I was rooting for DeCock and Rohit to go down so that Shahar can get some wickets for my team. Fantasy is everything.
Han Solo says NBC owns the rights to the name Hasselhoff. Has no claim to the stake, and he's not grammatically, excuse me. He is factually correct there. Because who was the player that got in trouble, Nick? Because he did a commercial in his jersey, and it was like, no. You own your name, but that's why players. This happened back in the 90s.
I guarantee when they brought him back for later on the show, they made him a producer, and by making him a producer, I guarantee he does have some rights to the name and some rights to his show.
Really?
You see it all the time. Oh yeah, you see it all the time. Look at Vin Diesel. He was not one of the beginning. I could be wrong with this. I could be very wrong.
Get it out! Get it out! Oh, thank gosh. Oh, thank gosh.
He wasn't originally one of the producers, as far as I know. I could be very wrong. He wasn't as big of an actor in that first Fast and the Furious. And then he decided not to come back after the first one. And then the franchise was dying. They wanted him to come back, so they offered him the keys to the kingdom. Now he is the #1 showrunner for Fast and the Furious and all their sequels. It could happen, my friend. It could happen.
Joy wants to know who's the mush pick for this game. Mayank Agarwal.
Is that a 6 or is that a 4? That's a 4.
Mayank Agarwal. Okay, Al.
Who's got more runs right now, Raul or Mayank?
Raul, of course. When I go with Mayank, then last time it was Mayank. You got to be kidding me.
He says, by the way, I was joking.
Good, Hoff, because that would have been disappointing.
It's a good conversation piece.
Did you know, by the way, that David Hasselhoff is like, we know him as, Michael Knight from Knight Rider for the older guys, and then the younger guys, almost spilled my coffee there. Younger guys know him as Mitch from Baywatch, all right? But this guy's actually like an international superstar. Like in Germany, they love him. He's a singer.
Yeah.
I had no idea, and then I actually didn't realize the guy could act until I saw him here in Vegas. He was in a Broadway musical that they had here in Vegas called The Producers, where he plays like, I don't know if it's a woman or a trans person, but man, he's got acting range, Nick. I'm like, could you imagine actually being a good actor, but just being typecasted one way? And you say, I'm going to do it for the check. I'm sure that's what all these Marvel and DC guys thought, because, superhero movies were kind of taboo. And I think Robert Downey Jr. was the first big major name they got to do it. And he's like, look, drug offenses, bad boy image. I need a check, cousin. I'm going to do what I got to do. Because Robert
it wasn't even just that, though. It was Jon Favreau had to sell that choice to Marvel because of his reputation, because of his background. He had to sell Robert Downey Jr. to the studio. This guy can be our guy. That's what's crazy.
And could you see anybody else playing Tony Stark? No, not with that kind of charisma. Not even a little bit.
I honestly don't. I don't know who to root for in tomorrow's match with Mumbai and the team that should not be named. I am so angry at how badly the team that should not be named performs that I would like to see them perform well. But Mumbai is like the only one I can trust. That's the wife. That's the one that's always been there for me. Always. She slipped up a little bit recently in her matches, right? She hasn't been like looking up to the 9s in the last few matches, but she's been there for me every time. The team that should not be named as the mistress always steps out on me constantly, but I just can't quit them. I don't know what to quit her. Nick, I don't know who to root for.
I can't quit her. Minitium, you just wanted to set me off. You just wanted me to set me off, right? Vin Diesel the best.
About Jennifer Lopez.
# family. We're family. Bro, he can't act. every role is the same thing. He can't act. What up, T-Money? Come say hi to the stream. Superstar putting in work yesterday. Oh, woke up. Mind you, I'm not going to tell you what time he got home last night while we're putting in all kinds of stuff. But say what's up. Oh, guys. Tell him 2 TDs.
Good game yesterday.
Putting in work. What's good?
I had that walk, that charity walk today.
What time?
This morning. It's at 8, and Nicole's gonna come pick me up.
All right. Get ready. Love you.
Later.
Grab some money from my wallet so you have some.
Oh no, SRH has gotten the wicket of KL Raul. My captain is done.
Bye, KL Raul. Here comes the universe boss.
Jason Holder says, hold that.
Oh, it's in my bag.
I almost took David Warner as my captain. Bag. I almost took David Warner. Now, if David Warner goes off, I'm going to go off.
So unbelievably bad, you have no idea.
Don't tell her, tape it up.
Oh, Chris Gale is coming up.
Sorry, guys. Had to talk to my young superstar there. I should have muted myself.
Man. That's basically the rest of my fantasy day. I also have Brar, but I'm not too confident about that. That was a pick where I had 5 seconds left. I had to pick somebody. That's my whole fantasy right there.
So 2 things. Trey just says to me, you just didn't tell me not to tell mom, because he hurt his thumb yesterday. He jammed it. And even the coach, his position coach said, don't go see the trainer, because the trainers love to put kids out for games and they need Trey. So he just told me, I was actually, how's the thumb? And he goes, bro, it hurts. So I said, tape it up. Don't tell mom, because my wife's the same way. And he's like, don't tell mom. You just said it on live. And I'm like she watches. She doesn't listen to me. She doesn't follow. Okay. She gets enough of me. She's going to go back and watch.
Use the mute button, brother.
It's all good. It's all good. But guys, yeah, Vin Diesel can act, first and foremost. Stop it with all his family. He plays the same role in every single film. Him and Jennifer Lopez should be married and have a kid, and they'll be the worst actor in every single movie ever, because they both can't act. They both can't act. I'm serious. It's a heart attack. Jennifer Lopez almost killed Ben Affleck's career. Did you watch, Jilly? Did you watch it?
Hey, have you been paying attention right now? Who's Ben Affleck back with right now?
He can't quit her.
He's not with her because the acting skills, buddy.
Let me
Dude.
Let me ask you a question
again.
Let me ask you a question.
So beautiful.
Did he think to himself, man, she almost ruined my acting career last time. Is it worth it?
It's worth it once he sees her. It's worth it.
Oh, it's worth it.
Dude, she's like, so what, in her 50s or something like that?
Yeah, she's
like in her 50s. Unbelievable. Oh, man. All right, Chris Gale, let's see what you got. You are off the schneid, my friend. You got to run. No duck. No duck here. 54, I'm guessing, says Kush. Yeah, so can someone look it up? I think it's close to that age. Absolutely. Vignesh, welcome back, my friend. Welcome back. Hot Pocket Boss. Ooh.
Turning Point. How dare you guys better recognize where you're at. CFA Nation also stands for the Caribbean Nation, all right? Calm down with your bad self.
Okay, for all the love I have for the Caribbean, you're going to be in timeout pretty soon. You're trying to change it to CSK Nation. Now you're trying to change it to Caribbean for Americans. I have no idea what you're going to change that to. Why don't you calm down with your bad self, okay?
Oh, my apologies, Nick. My apologies.
The C stands for cricket, okay? Cricket.
All righty. Right now we are looking at check out the
104 in 2018.
Check out the lobby, Nick. Check out the lobby.
Let's see.
We have a standby in the lobby.
I thought you meant the comment section. Hold on. What'd I just do? Here we go. Oh, look who it is.
My man Varun, what's good?
Yeah.
What's good? CFA
What's up,
royalty.
Nick? What's up, Gabe? What's up, CFA Nation?
What is going on?
Who's out? Did someone just go out?
Don't let it be. Don't let it be.
Oh, tell me why Hank Agarwal's out. If anyone does not know, this is Varun, the man, the myth, the legend, the artwork creator. He helps us so much on both channels. I asked him last night on Instagram, hey, you want to join the stream? He's like, sure, I do. Of course I do. So he's come on. Hopefully he can teach us a few things. Varun, welcome to the stream, my friend.
Thank you so much. And thank you so much, Nick and Gabe, for having me here. I'm not sure about teaching, but I'm really nervous. I'm not sure if I will last even 1 hour. I may get technical difficulties in between.
What was that? What was that?
And I may go off, technical difficulties, not nervous at all. So
I don't know, man. I don't want to throw you on the bus, but you're our tech guy. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Looking good,
Thank you.
man. Looking
Good
good.
to be here finally.
Right? Absolutely fine. Look at this. The doctor says Varun on power. Love it.
Yeah.
No!
Yeah, my ink's gone. Your captain's gone. At least my captain got 21. Your captain got 5. Your captain's been sitting at 5 for like 30 minutes. Varun, can you see the comments on the StreamYard screen or no? Because sometimes our guests can't see the comments on the StreamYard screen.
Yeah, I've opened it here, so I can see it.
Everyone's throwing you a whole lot of love, and I love it.
Thank you so much.
Varun, so as I've already mushed myself, my captain gone, my vice captain gone, and let's be honest. All right, guys, I don't want to mush you, so I'm going to let Nick really conduct most of the conversation because you might just walk out the day. It could start raining on you, bro.
You get a broken leg or something.
You know what I'm saying, bro? I don't know what's happened. It was the summer of Gabe, and, 2 days into the fall, I was doing good, and all of a sudden now it's just all darkness. It's ugly. I'm going to go back in my corner. But how you doing, brother? How's everything been, man?
Yeah, everything is good, Gabe, and even I have my mush season going on from past 10 years. So even I cannot get my predictions right. I took KL Rahul as my captain. So yeah.
It's
hey, Varun, the worst thing could be taking Mayank as your captain, and he got 5.
Dude.
Oh my God.
Dude,
or you can forget to hit the save button when you set up your lineup.
Bro, I would have rather had the points from what's his name from Shiga Darwin. Wow, they both were really bad today. Oh, mush season. Varun, where do your loyalties lie, man? Where's your heart at? Who is your IPL squad? Obviously, you're a fan of Team India as well, but where's your IPL loyalty lie?
So SRH is my hometown. I mean, Hyderabad is my hometown. So this is my home team. But I support RCB and Mumbai.
Okay.
SRH I support just because it's my hometown. I really don't root for any players. SRH is always like there are foreign players dominate SRH, whether it is captain or all the key players. So it heartfully I cannot support SRH. All my favorite Indian players are from RCB or Mumbai Indians. So I support RCB and Mumbai Indians, but SRH is where my heart is.
Those are some excellent choices, Varun. I knew I liked you a lot more than the average person, and now I know why. Gabe, did you hear those wonderful choices? And he's smart enough to be from Hyderabad and not root for SRH.
Here's the thing.
That's an easy choice, I would say, Nick. That's a very easy choice.
Don't throw him under the.
It's an easy choice not to root for SRH. Do they have any fans? Who has more fans, SRH or the Los Angeles Chargers? I don't know.
Yeah, Nick's Chargers.
I don't know Los Angeles Chargers, but I would say Los Angeles Chargers. I don't know. Don't even know that.
Here's the thing, right?
I love it.
He's right about one thing, and we've talked about this in our analysis. SRH's biggest problem is that their best players are all foreign players. And then they stock up with not just 4 of them, but 5, 6 of them. And then they don't have any good Indian batsmen, any good Indian talent. Their best bowler is from Afghanistan, right? So it really puts them in a situation where they always struggle because they don't know who to put in and out. And that's why their lineup is never consistent. You know what I mean? So I feel you. Listen, guys, I'm not a Knicks fan by choice. I was born into it, all right? I grew up in New York. So I understand you, Varun. You don't think I want to quit the Knicks? You don't think I want to be a front runner and jump with Brooklyn Nets, who have the sexy team with Kevin Durant and Chris Paul. Not Chris Paul. What's the other dude's name?
They have James Harden.
Harden. The flat earther.
Tarantula.
Yeah, he talks all crazy in the interview. I want to do that, or I'm here on the West Coast. I could be a Lakers fan, but I can't do it. You know what I mean? So I understand your pain, Varun. And man, it's just one of those situations where, at least you're in there. Now, how's the city of Hyderabad? Because I've never, Nick and I have talked about, especially being teachers, during the summer once COVID and all this, madness leaves, taking a trip, man. We'd love to go out there, kind of bucket trip. How's the city? How's the area? What's one of your I don't know, your recommendations for two Americans touring the town?
So Hyderabad is definitely a place to visit. It is in South. The Telugu film industry is in Hyderabad, from Hyderabad.
Oh, I love it. Telugu.
Yeah. So the food is really good here. It's one of the major cities in South. There are 4 major cities basically, like Chennai, Bangalore, Hyderabad,
Right.
and in Kerala it is Cochin. So in Telugu speaking states, Hyderabad is the main city. It is really known for its food, especially Hyderabad biryani. It's famous all over the world. So you must definitely try that. So yeah, it's a big city. So lots of noise and all the fun stuff of a big city, all the drawbacks of the big city, you'll get everything here. So, yeah.
All right. And Nick and I had some biryani. It wasn't Hyderabad biryani, but it was pretty good. So we'll see. Yeah, it was Mount Everest biryani,
but how dare you mention that?
It was still pretty good, bro. Come on, stop it. I'll take it.
Yeah,
I love
but
me some
that's nowhere close to
nowhere
Hyderabad.
close. He said, "Not even a little bit." He said,
when you come here, I'll make you taste the best Hyderabadi biryani.
Sounds like a winner, man. It sounds like a winner. Dude,
Gabe,
so
can we just mention one thing real quick?
go ahead.
I'm loving this conversation, but I was looking at the stats going back. Jason Holder, 1 over, 1 run, 2 wickets.
Bro.
He's my vice captain, by the way.
Oh, man.
Oh, he's been the vice captain. Okay. Renil and I were talking about.
Wow.
Renil and I were talking about how Jason Holder had been out of form lately, but Jason Holder, just like Joe Root went out of form. He's a captain of the test team, the West Indies test team, and the dude can rake, bro. But the biggest value is that he takes wickets, and it's because he's so tall, bro. He's got that leverage on guys, man. So.
I love this comment. Holder says to West Indies selectors, "Can I get on lot A?
Can a brother get on lot A?" You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty cool. Varun, so did you study like graphic design in school? Because the artwork, again, guys, CFA Nation, all the artwork comes from Varun, and over at Boring Reviews as well. He's always hooked us up, does a great job. I don't have those kind of skills. I'm just saying I don't got those kind of skills. So is it something that you studied in school that you do professionally?
No, I did engineering. Thanks so much. I will take the compliment of graphics engineering. But graphic designing is something I learned on my own.
Oh, wow.
I did engineering in software, and I'm also working as a SQL developer in a software company. So graphic designing is just an hobby, like YouTube for you guys. I love designing and stuff. So I learned it myself, but I'm also working now as a part-time. I'll work as a graphics designer in an advertisement company. So yeah, there I got a lot of practice and experience there.
All right. That's pretty cool.
Why does Turning Point hate us today? He says only Khalil Ahmed can say Punjab now. Come on. Why do you got to hate Khalil Ahmed? He plays for SRH. He's one of the greatest bowlers in the history of the IPL, and you got to tear him down. Come on.
Bro, all I got to say is, Varun is giving his squad some life, because right now it's 29 for 2, and they're out of the power play. Are you kidding me?
The
Holy
Kings
cow.
have lost this match. Unless SRH has a huge debacle, the Kings are done in this match. Already, it's over.
If SRH wins this match, I think it'll only be their second win, and they better throw a parade in your name, Varun. You better walk outside. There better be free biryani no matter where you go. Like, guys, I went on CFA Nation and we won. All right. Matter of fact, the team needs to call you up and say, "Can we have you design something for us? Maybe our new jerseys for next year. I don't know, something like that." Because listen, it's hard to get a SRH win, man. It's hard, and Varun comes on and gets a win immediate. Oh man, And just as I speak, a drop. How dare you?
Gosh.
How dare you?
Ahmed only get up 2 runs so far. All the haters out there.
Why no longer on the power play? You got to be kidding me.
Even I cannot believe SRH is doing well. Maybe I should give credit to Punjab more than SRH for playing the way they are playing. But, yeah.
Oh man.
Oh.
Yeah. Dude, that was
I just saw the drop right now.
Oh, the David Warner drop? The David Warner drop,
man.
the captain?
He hates cricket.
Bro, yeah, David Warner hates cricket, and cricket should hate him. Honestly, cricket should hate him. We're done with you, David Warner. Bro, I'm done with him. I'm done with him.
Why do you got to take a hateful comment that I make and make it even more hateful? What's wrong with you? Did you not get your eggs and sausage and bacon this morning or something?
Not at 6 o'clock in the morning when I woke up. Eggs and bacon. Bro,
what am I thinking?
You see that? She's still asleep. Yeah, she's still asleep.
Her job. Okay. We got a question here for you, Varun. We got a question from Rashab. It says, "Hi, Varun. I would love if you would explain Gabe and Nick with some examples about the line length bowler's ball, considering specific fields. They struggle to understand it, in my opinion." You're absolutely correct. At least I struggle to understand it. So please give us some knowledge.
I thought I understood it, but apparently not. So yes, please give us some knowledge.
I mean, line and length is pretty important in cricket, as you know. There's something called like good length, as you know, right about like 6 to 5 meters, 5 to 6 meters from the crease. So that's the ideal length to bowl, because that's something where batsmen cannot come forward or cannot remain on the backward. It's an awkward length at which the ball bounces. So that's the ideal length that they usually bowl in test matches and one days. But in T20 it doesn't work. You know, right? Cricketers are like, batsmen are like too innovative. They either go completely one side of the wicket or go back those scoops, reverse sweeps. Because of that, it's very difficult. In T20, there is no particular template for bowling. You have to surprise the batsman. That's it. You have to mix it up. The slower ball, the bouncers, right. Slow bouncers. There are all sort of deliveries. You have to surprise the batsman. Yes, in one day, as you have seen, the off-stump line, that good length ball swinging away. Suddenly one ball they will try to bring in. So those things work in test matches. But before T20, that's what bowlers were doing, like consistently trying to hit those lengths, line and length. They will bowl that fourth stump, fifth stump line, and in the good length area, so that it will be, that awkward length for the batsman.
Let me ask you a question. I've noticed that specifically David Patickle, the last times he's been dismissed this season, and actually twice last season, it's been David, it's been on short balls, right? They crowd him inside, and it's not like he's trying to swing. It's like he's trying to get out of the way, but it ends up nicking off the bat and going for a wicket, right? He gets an edge by I also seen the same thing happen to Jason Holder. Taller batsmen, do you think that that's a way to attack him with the shorter ball? And what length is that at? What meters usually is that shorter ball where it just comes in and crowds him like that?
So you cannot generalize like that, like taller batsman, shorter batsman. Depends on the batsman and where he's coming from. Generally, Indian players historically they are not good at playing the fast, bounce and fast bowlers, because Indian wickets are suitable for more spin and swing. Right. But now a generation, they are like, they are able to play everything. Right. They are adapting to all the situations. Devdutt Padikkar, I don't blame him too much, because he was on the front foot. He was trying to, hit sixes straight down the ground. So that might be a surprise ball. And he also had pressure to, score fast, because Kohli got out and, run rate was going down. So I don't blame him too much for the short pitch, not able to playing the short pitch delivery. But some players, like Raina, always suffered the short pitch bowling. So some players, but it will not depend on the height or the structure or the batting style. It depends on the player individually.
On the player. All right. Thanks for explaining that, man. Thanks for explaining that. because you gotta. Everybody gets people out in certain ways, and I've realized that when it comes to matchups, and Dhoni's the best at this, exploiting matchups. Yeah. We saw Owen Morgan do it the other day, and I was pissed, bro. I'm like, you threw out Nitish Rana for the first over in the power play. Nitish Rana only gave up 5 runs. It's like they did not know what to do with the spin in the power play. So guys have certain weaknesses, you know what I'm saying? And so I understand what you're saying, that it's more about the individual batsman's weakness. But the shorter ball, I've seen that really come into play. And I'm like, why don't guys employ it more? Is it just because if you miss that length, then it's going to get yacked and hit for 6 then?
Yeah, it's never easy ball, short pitch delivery. But if you're expecting, you can line up to it. You can go back into the crease and, you can pull the ball. But as a surprise delivery, it is very good. Generally, short pitch deliveries are one of the difficult balls to play. That and Yorker.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
So, Varun, have you played cricket in your own day?
Yeah, all my school life and college life, we used to play cricket. Even now, there will be office tournaments. I'll go out and play.
Sweet.
So yeah.
So are you a pace bowler? Are you a spinner? Leg break? What's your specialty? Are you not an all-rounder?
So I'm an off spinner who can bat. So I'm a bowler basically who can bat, like Ashwin. Maybe
bowlers,
that's
baby.
The best example.
Love it.
Nice test match. That's hilarious. They calling this a test match. I love this comment right over here by Push-Up Kane. He says Sharjah is now graveyard of batting. That's right, batsman. Fear Sharjah.
Yeah, could you imagine if you used a clean slate in Dream 11 today on these 2 matches?
Who did use the clean slate today? Because it was Sharjah. Let me know, because both matches were Sharjah. Who used the clean slate today? Anyone in here?
Not when it's the Kings and SRH.
That's why I didn't do it. I'm like,
that would be a huge mistake. Here's Rashid Khan in here. He's going to cause some havoc. Jason Holder gave up a few runs last time. My man Khalil Ahmed's only given up 3. Take that, those who are throwing some hate. Great explanations there. I actually did learn quite a few things. Appreciate that. And you guys should be proud of the explanation. I just think it's crazy that you have YouTube channels, right? Where people think that the people on those YouTube channels are doing all the work. They have tons and tons of help. Now, I'm not cool enough to get the help with the editing and the other stuff, but I just got to throw some more love. Varun sends me Instagram messages every day. Hey, Nick, check out this, all the time. And more times than not, he's correct. And Boring Reviews has been doing really, really well the last few weeks. So I just got to thank you, Varun, publicly for helping us out and for all you do.
It's good, man. It's good. And as you rightly said, I message a lot. And, sometimes it might be irritating to you. And not every time it will work out. If I send like 10 requests, that one will do good. So I can understand. I know all the background hard work that you are doing. So, yeah, I would just like to help.
Here, let me help you guys. Let me help you guys out because somebody said score update. Here's your score update.
Oh, I
2 runs.
But I forgot to hit it.
No, wait. Yeah. Here's the score update. 2 runs. It went from 39 to 41. We're not missing much, guys. Varun's more interesting right now. We're not missing much. Just saying. Gosh, Punjab, show some life.
And I hate to be a hater. We appreciate everyone in CFA Nation that's here with us right now just to hang out. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you are new. Thank you so much for joining us. But I'm not trying to be a hater, but I mentioned to Gabe when I realized who the 2 teams were for the full match we're streaming today. I'm just like, oh, man, are you kidding me? That match. I mean, this is probably – I'm not trying to hate. This is probably my least favorite match of these 2 teams. Does anyone else agree with me? Here's a boundary.
Nick, you want to laugh? Your boy Markham just got that. You said
got a boundary. I know. I didn't take him though.
You said Markham in the video. You said Markham in the video, but you didn't take him. But that was one of your.
I also said Chris Morris. Okay, how did that work out?
Chris who?
Yeah, exactly.
Chris who?
Why did he not play? Do you know why he didn't play, Varun? Chris Morris.
Chris Morris. I don't know. I did not look it up. So actually, I was traveling all day today. So just 1 hour back, I came home and quickly I joined. I did not see the squad or anything.
That is right there, people. That is dedication. That is dedication. My man Hans says, Gabe, which do you prefer? McGrath, line and length, Lee's sheer pace and deadly bouncers, or Malinga's deadly Yorkers? You know,
Can I make a guess on who you're going to say?
Go ahead.
Now, I originally would think you're going to say Brett Lee because you love yourself those bouncers, even though you wrongfully judged Joffer Archer for his bouncers. But I do think you're going to go with Malinga's deadly Yorkers.
Ooh, interesting. Interesting. And while I like Malinga's deadly Yorkers, and listen, McGrath, I was doing some research on him not too long ago for a little project I'm working on. McGrath is a savage, bro.
Absolutely.
I didn't realize most Pacers actually aren't up there. That's another thing when you talk about it. But bro, Brett Lee was just so aggressive. I love the aggression from your pace bowlers and guys that just beat guys up. That's their pitch, and it's McGrath is more, Nick, like a control guy in baseball. Okay, so picture Maddox. You know what I mean? Picture those guys that could pretty much put the ball wherever they want to put it. That obviously is gonna be a much longer career, but what are you more intimidated against when you walk in the box? Maddox or Aroldis Chapman, who throws 101 and sometimes has no idea where the ball's going? You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it. So I love watching the Pacers just deal, man. I really do. One of my favorite Pacers in Australia, you know what I mean, just can't stay healthy. Same thing for England. Some of the biggest Pacers just can't stay healthy. We're talking about Archer. We're talking about what's the kid's name? He's actually got the most pace in England. He's always hurt.
Dude, even
Wood.
Chris Wokes can't stay healthy.
Who?
Wood, right?
Yeah. Mark Wood can't stay healthy, and it's so frustrating. Mark Wood. Oh no, what the puns! You set me up for a Nick pun there. Oh.
He would be injured a lot. Absolutely.
I mean, yeah, and Malinga, somebody's talking about it. Malinga leads right now in all T20 wickets. He's got 300, all right, three something. So Malinga in T20 specifically was a monster. But again, man, I just like that pace. When you bring the pace, man, batsmen are more worried about getting beat up and getting sent to the locker rooms than they are about scoring. Oh, man. Wow. It says, guys, bring some energy in convo. Seems like only Gabe have heavy breakfast among y'all. That's because I talk so much. I dominate most of the conversation. I've actually had my wife before. We were doing like our nuptials or whatever. You know how you speaking or whatever. She's like, "Is it my turn yet?" Like I was actually taking her turn in it. I don't know. It happened.
What else is new? This is the thing. The hardest job for me is to wait for my chance to say something. Wait for my chance to get in there and sneak something in because he just talks. No joke. We had a meeting at work the other day. No joke.
No. And, wow, you bringing work stuff into here? Wow.
Oh my God, we are getting some inside stuff here.
Oh yes, I have to deal with this guy all the time. We had a meeting at work. There's 3 of us that are 4th grade at our school, so we have a team of 4th grade teachers. Me, Gabe, and I, and then this lady. She's fantastic. And we were supposed to talk about agenda item 1. And he says, before we get to it, can I just ask a quick question? That should have been my warning right there. I should have known better. And I'm running the meeting. I'm like, sure, go ahead. Ask your quick question. It took the duration of the entire meeting. And then, no joke, we had 5 minutes left. And I was like, hey, are you done? Can we get to our agenda item? And he's like, oh, whatever. I hate you. And so we talked for a few minutes. No joke. Oh, real quick, one more question. Are you kidding me right now? We did not get to agenda item 1. And you're going to go in there twice? The guy can't help himself. I think he sits there. I think there was I don't know what it was. Like when he was a kid, if he didn't talk for 5 minutes, he got in trouble or got hit or something like that. I don't know what happened because he's out of control.
Man, that's hilarious. That's hilarious.
We love Gabe for that. We always look forward for Gabe's insight, and his rant is my favorite. So
Dude,
yeah, we love that.
You know what's funny? I figured out that some of my students like to get me ranting just so they don't have to do any work. Because the same thing will happen in class. You know what I'm saying? And I'm probably that college professor. We all have had them. That one college professor that you could just throw a curveball at them, and they'll spend the majority of the class just, you know, talking about something. If you just throw something and confuse them, or throw something to set them off. And I don't know, one of my students asked me a completely arbitrary question the other day, and 45 minutes later, I'm like, oh, we're done with science. It's like, oh man, they're using it against me, Nick.
You are out of control.
I can see how they use it against you, Gabe. Actually, there is a Jord Indian video in that types of teachers also. They have shown someone like that, right? One guy went to Australia. They ask him, "Hey, tell me about Australia," and they will sleep basically in the class.
Oh, that's me, man. That's hilarious.
Now, the funny thing is, I was touting how awesome Khalil Ahmed's first over was. 3 runs, all he gave up. So far, he's given up a boundary, a wide, and 3 singles in a row. How dare you, Khalil Ahmed? You can't be good for 2 overs in a row.
Nick, is this one of the lowest scoring games? It is literally 54.
The team that shall not be named had 92 all out recently. What's wrong with you?
Bro, are you looking at the score?
Yeah, exactly.
It's 54 in the 10th over.
10 overs. They've only lost 2 wickets. I know you don't double the score after 10, but let's just say for novices, we're going to double it. That's more than 92, my friend.
Oh man, it's so bad. It's so Nick is so angry, guys. He won't even say the name until they redeem themselves. It's the team that shall remain nameless. Oh wow.
They're in timeout. How do you feel, Varun? I honestly want to know. Is this just like you're used to this? Like you knew this was going to happen eventually the way they're playing? Are you ticked? How do you feel about the team that should not be named?
So at this point, we have got used to it. And what is this 14th edition of IPL? So yeah, most of the time we don't even make to playoffs. So at this point, we have used to it. But because we have players like ABD and Virat, we always hope for some miracle to happen. It happened sometimes. They have reached finals. Twice they were looking very good, and they lost against SRH, the second IPL, and one more time they lost for SRH. First one was against the DC. SRH was called DC that time, Deccan Chargers. So yeah, both the times they were looking really good. Virat was in form, ABD was in form. So, but they lost to good teams, even better teams. So yeah, it's like that. When teams are not doing good, they will do worst. And when they are doing good, there is always 1 or 2 good teams. They are doing really well. So yeah, at this point, we are used to it. We also laugh about it, and what can we do? We can only hope.
Everybody warned me, and I didn't want to believe in the jinx. I want to know: is this a good season for them? Like everyone's like, "Hey, this is pretty good."
Yeah, the way they have started, they never won like 4 matches in a row at the start. They always start with 3 losses, 4 losses, and they will catch up in middle, and at the crunch moments again at the last they will lose the match. There will be 1 match to go to qualifiers, they will lose it, or they will go into qualifiers and they will lose it.
They're like, Nick, what are you talking about, bro? We're right where we need to be. We're still in the playoff hunt, man. What are you talking about? Oh man, it's been 2 years since I've ranted about RCB. Now I'm just like, whatever, man. At least entertain me. That's all they can say. Oh, I'm sorry, Miniteum. I'm sorry, Miniteum. Gabe, real quiet on Gale.
They're still in the 3rd spot. They're still in the 3rd spot. Yeah. That's what's sad.
There's still hope here this time.
Don't give us hope. Please don't give us hope.
No!
We can hope on the other teams.
That's why I'm real quiet on the universe boss Chatil, because he's playing poorly.
He's been playing poorly for a while. I'm just saying.
You watch your mouth. You watch your mouth. But that's royalty, all right? That's like talking about the Queen. That's like talking about the Queen of England.
That was not the best dismissal. Not the best dismissal. He's equivalent to the Queen?
Yeah, just like
he's equivalent to the Queen.
What did I said what I said? All right, he's equivalent to the Queen.
Gosh, Varun, you cannot allow this blasphemous talk to happen right here.
Listen, in the world of cricket, he might as well Oh, that's plum.
Is he equivalent to the prime minister?
Yeah, prime minister.
I can see how we can compare it to the England Queen. Queen is very important, but basically they don't have any power in UK.
Wow.
So yeah, everyone wants them, admires them, but they don't really have any power anymore. They used to rule. So like that, if you see, yeah, you can compare.
Wow. What are the comparison? What are the analogy? Varun, awesome. He is here.
Varun, you have been watching Gabe for too long now. Too long.
He said they used to rule. I can see how that happens. That is hilarious, man.
But everyone likes him, you know. He's a cool guy. When he goes off, he goes off. Like no one can come close to him.
No, Barath, you cannot get a universe boss from me. I'm upset at him.
You just gave it to him.
I know I did. I know.
Yes,
I did.
we're Marvel fans. Absolutely. Random question, but I appreciate it.
Honestly, Varun, I think you're good luck for SRH, man. I mean, what are they? 1-7 of the season? Oh my gosh. So who's left? Who's left? Chris Gale was the last of the Mohicans, all right?
This team, gosh, you're right. They've only won one match this season.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm here crying about the challengers. They've won one?
Bro, no. Nicholas Perron, it's like he forgot how to play when he comes over to the IPL. Okay, it's not the same guy from the CPL. And after that, you got Deepak Huda, Harpreet Brad, bro. It's rough right now. It's rough right now. Oh, your boy Markham better show up, Nick. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, watch this.
They still have Puran, right? Maybe he can do something.
Yeah, he's up. He should be up next.
Yeah.
Are we watching the match live? We are. I don't know if the match is live, but we're watching it live.
Oh, wow. Anyone has seen Puran? He's missing since April.
Oh man, I love it.
Is it like fake Sting from WCW? He's fake Puran? He's not the real one?
That's funny. Coming in with the face pit. Is that you, nigga? He's got the jersey and the helmet. That's all that matters.
The NWO from the WCW, they were savages. They wouldn't even put the face paint on the fake Sting half the time. They would just put the mask on him. They didn't even care. That stuff was hilarious.
And another misfield there. It's like they can't even get out their way. That should have been a dot ball right there. It's like the SRH can't even get out their way. Who misfielded that? Come on. Gabe, if Bairstow is garbage, is Gale. Oh, Han, you may have just, thrown some sour grapes in our relationship, Sean.
It's okay. He's no respecter of talking trash. He's calling me the NWOB team. If you're talking about the Wolfpack, then I'll take it, baby. The Wolfpack was awesome. Varun, top 3 films of all time in your opinion.
Oh my God, that's very tough. So I like Pursuit of Happiness a lot. So I'll put that at 1.
Great film.
That's my number 1. And Shawshank Redemption. Did I say it correct? And that's 2nd. And 3rd, it's very difficult. There are many movies. I would actually put Avengers Endgame in the 3rd position because
Gabe's gonna lose his mind.
That's not a typical Oscar-winning movie, or that does not please any critics. But for a hero movie, it's got a lot of emotions. So
it does.
I was very happy with what they have done. There were a lot of expectations. So we have reached they crossed the expectation. So I would put that as number 3.
Varun, I went to go see that movie in the movie theater 5 times. I went once with Nick, once with my wife, a couple friends. There were people crying in the audience at times. There were people, like when Captain America lifted Mjolnir, everybody lost their minds. Avengers Assemble, I still get chills when I say it. And Nick's like, it is one of the top movies of all time, period. It's one of the top grossing films of all time. There was not another theatrical experience like that. And I've been to many movies. It was amazing. So I agree with you. I put it in my top 3 or 4 films. Nick and I did this not too long ago. But man, what about top Indian films? I put our 3, and probably because we're teachers, but I put 3 Idiots as probably my favorite Indian film. Probably up there with I love Dangal, man. Amir Khan is a national treasure, man. This guy can act. He's amazing.
Let me interrupt real quick because I just got to. Han Solo, I hate your guts. How dare you call me the Virgil of CFA? Okay?
Yes.
Now, you have forgotten his name was Vincent, and then Shane, and then Curly Bill or some nonsense. But how dare you call me the guy that just walks out with the talent? I hate your guts more than anything. I love that this other guy said Independence Day, 'cause that's a great film as well. All right, Varun, top 3 Indian films.
Let me go back to that comment.
It's even difficult to choose top 3 Indian movies. I would say Lagan. You have seen Lagan, right?
Oh,
so Lagan.
yes,
I
Lagan
would say
is really
like
good.
top
Amir
1
Khan.
or 2. Yeah, Three Idiots is very good, and it's very difficult to choose Indian movies.
It's
There are
tough,
a lot
man.
of emotions. Yeah.
Exactly.
Even recently, Drishyam 2 was also really good.
Drishyam
Yeah.
was really good. We
Yeah.
talked about Drishyam, and Drishyam 2 was really good. And it's funny because we had seen which was the first Drishyam, Nick, we saw, and we liked
We saw the
Hindi version.
the Hindi version. And then when we saw the original, which was the Telugu, right? Holy
No,
cow!
Malayalam.
The Malayalam. I was like, holy cow! And then Drishyam 2, the continuation was even. That's a really good
Varun,
film.
you have the sequel better than the original?
Yeah,
Bye.
sequel. That's
Bye.
Yeah,
What did I tell you? What did I tell you? Bye. He forgot how to play. He had a 6 and he got excited.
I was going to say, he got a 6?
And got excited. You're behind me because you're over there in the palace.
Why are you rooting against? Oh, Cotton Bold. Wow. Why are you rooting against your fellow Caribbean friend?
Because I'm mad at the Kings, Punjab Kings. Okay.
Why? They put Gale in there. How'd that work out for you?
Because I sent an email to Pretty Zinta and I told her I need to be in the mega auction. I would like to be in the mega auction.
Varun's face says it all. He's just like, oh gosh.
Me and Pretty Zinta, you know what I mean? We're gonna be at the mega auction. And bro,
can I get some credit for dealing with this all day long? Can I get a little bit of credit? His wife, right? When I first started doing YouTube with Gabe, I'm like, Savannah, I'm really sorry for taking your husband's time. She's like, are you kidding me? You're doing me a favor. Thank you so much. Can I get any kind of credit? They're calling me the Vince of WCW. Can I get any kind of love here?
Bro,
get that comment off the screen. How dare you?
Bro, this would be me at the auction with Pretty Zinta. She's like, put down the paddle. Put down the paddle. I want them all. Put down the paddle.
You be going for the guys that no one wants. We'll take it. And we'll give them a $1 million bonus.
I'll bid myself. Patty Cummings, 2 mil. Like, Gabe, you're out. You just had the 1.9. You know what I mean? You're outbidding yourself.
You're so stupid. You're so dumb. Oh man. But anyways, you have Drishyam 2 better than the original, correct?
Yes. That's one of those few movies where the sequel is better than the original movie. There's no disrespect to the original one. It is also very good.
Right.
Could I ask you why? I'm curious.
The story structure, I would say. First one was set up, and there were a lot of flaws. But there were no such movies like that when Drishyam came. There was a shock factor in that, especially when we find out, he has buried the body in that place that we will not mention.
Yeah, no spoiler.
Yeah, those were the shocking factors, and continuing from there, there were a lot of expectations. Still, there are at least 3-4 times, they have surprised in the second movie. So, yeah, the story structure is better. Clearly, they had a better production value. So, even technically and story-wise, I like the second part better.
Nice.
You know what?
Got an answer right away. I love it.
I think I might agree with that. It's still tough, man, because the first one was so good. It came out of left field, and just the acting was so good, man. I didn't even. What's his name? Mohanlal. Mohanlal. Bro, I had never seen an act before that. Like, oh my God, this guy's amazing. So it's tough, but he was good in both. Somebody asked me to retain my top 3 CSK. That is tough. That is really tough. you got to go with Gaikwad, right? You got to go with Gaikwad.
If you say Sam Curran, I'm going to slap you.
No, you got to go with Gaikwad. You got to go with Dhoni. Oh man, Sam. No.
Dhoni,
Gaikwad.
really?
You got to, yes. Bro. Dhoni won a game. He's won 2 games this year just based on his captaincy. And even though Owen Morgan isn't scoring a lot, look at what Owen Morgan did to RCB the other day just with pure captaincy. It matters, man.
How dare you speak that name in my presence? What's wrong with you?
I apologize, Nick. I forgot.
Respect.
So, Dhoni, Gaikwad, and it's tough, man, because I think we could get Faf back, so we wouldn't. He's older. I don't think they would challenge us off on Faf. I like I like bowlers, man. Maybe Lord Dakor. Maybe Chahar.
You're gonna take Lord Dakor over Chahar?
Bro, it's got to be either Chahar or Lord Dakor, one or the other. But I would probably go with one of those bowlers.
You were a CSK fan.
I am, bro. But I mean, you want Indian players because if you get retain 3 Indian players, then you can go in the auction and get any of these international players. But you want to build your core with Indian players. So I'm thinking Lord Dakor or Chahar, one of the bowlers. Again, Gaikwad and Dhoni, and then go ahead.
Sorry, Varun. Do you think that there's a chance CSK does not retain Dhoni?
There's no way.
It's tough because with Dhoni, we never know. After this auction, after this IPL, he may retire also. He may mentor the team. So we cannot predict anything with Dhoni. But if Dhoni is playing, they will have to retain him. It will be disrespectful for him. So if he is still playing, if he wants to play 1 or 2 more seasons, then they have to retain him. Because if he goes in auctions, there will be a lot of biddings for him. Even if he plays for 1 or 2 seasons.
Right.
Just to have him in the dressing room, other teams will bid for him. So it will be difficult for Chennai Super Kings to get him back. So if he wants to still play, then they have to retain him.
Right.
So is he the greatest captain in the IPL?
Yes.
Even better than Rohit Sharma?
Yeah, Rohit Sharma, I would say Rohit Sharma had a better team. So the example what Gabe was giving in the previous match against Mumbai Indians, they had no business winning that match, especially chasing 153. Mumbai is we have a very powerful batting lineup. So it is only Dhoni's captaincy that helped them to win. So yeah, he's one of the greatest captains. Unfortunately, sometimes he don't have that good of a team. Usually, people say they have all older people who are not old guys, who are not in prime. So, but at crucial moments, they will bounce back. And if CSK is playing semi-finals or finals, no matter which team it is, you can safely bet on CSK because on crucial matches, crunch matches, they perform better.
Except for last year where Gabe started rooting for him. I'm just saying.
Oh, how dare you!
Yeah. Last season they had a forgettable season last time.
I would have given you a different answer for KKR if you asked me this before the last 2 games. But I think KKR might have found another young Indian batsman in Iyer. Because again, you want to build that core. So I would go with Shubman Gill, Iyer, and then there I probably retain Andre Russell because he's in really good form. But I didn't know who this kid. Varun, did you know who Iyer was? I had no idea who Iyer was because they kept going between Sunil Narayan, Tripathi, and Nitish Rana, who's so inconsistent. And they finally found another consistent opening batsman. So if this guy keeps this up for the rest of the IPL, he doesn't have to continue to score 50s. But just give me a good opening partnership. Get out of the power play. Can I at least get it out of the power play without losing both wickets? Give me 20, 30 runs. I'll take that. And I really like this kid Iyer. So we'll see what happens.
So I have never heard of him before. Unfortunately, there are no Ranji Trophy seasons from past 2 years because of COVID. Right. So I was not following any Ranji Trophy matches. These players you can see in Ranji matches. So there you can see how they are doing, who is the future and all. So I did not see him, so I did not know. But I would say still, don't you think it's too early to tell him like he's
Oh no, he's
good?
the
Because
future
just
MVP of the league. What are you talking about?
No,
He's the
bro,
future MVP.
it's
He's
because
my captain every time. No, I'm just kidding.
no. Here's the reality, Nick.
only
okay?
one match.
Here, no,
Two
two
matches.
matches.
He got 40 in the first one.
Listen, here's the thing. Go back and watch any 2 matches where they had Nitish Rana, Tripathi, or Sunil Narayan batting at 2, and they couldn't be consistent for 2 matches. All right, that's what I'm saying. Give me some consistency.
On top.
Let me get to a super chat real quick. We appreciate this, Biggs. Thanks. It's good to have you on here. He's been doing a lot of work and getting on the streams earlier. Appreciate you here. It says, I just got a call from Warner. Okay. He said his talents finally left quarantine in Australia and is headed to the UAE. That's good to know, Biggs. It's good to know that they're on their way. Oh, man, he's been struggling. I'm telling you, if he goes off with the bat today, not that he's got to go off for too much because the score's so low, I'm going to be so mad because I was this close to picking him up.
Guys, I am saying Tripathi. It sounds like but it's do I got to enunciate? Tripathi. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. It's the accent. It's the accent. It's a New Yorker in me. I don't tell you.
Thanks for the super chat, Biggs. Just want to say. All right, Varun.
It's actually pronounced Tripathi, by the way. Tripathi.
Tripathi? Okay, Tripathi. Tripathi. I'm gonna work on that. But yeah, that's probably what I would do. Just because, Nick, here's the thing. Mumbai Indians, very successful, right? They're the core of their team, all Indians, right? From Bumrah to Sky to Rohit Sharma.
Indians. They're the Mumbai Indians.
That's the worst pun you've ever given, man. CSK.
Even when you're overseas, you're an Indian on that team, baby.
Oh my gosh. CSK, right? Mostly Indian core players. DC, mostly Indian core players. So that's what I'm saying. Like, that's how I would rebuild my team. It's not that hard. Gabe, no Patty Cummings, not for $2 million. You throw him back and try to get him for 1.7. It's a discount.
You're gonna pay that much for him? Wow.
Hey, it's a discount from 2 mil, right? You don't retain the guy at 2 mil. What are you, nuts?
Baltimore GB, excuse me, there is an MVP in the IPL. They have it every year, right? They call it the MVP, don't they? So that's what I was talking about. I'm not talking about man of the match. I'm talking about iron. MVP of the league, baby.
Wow, I didn't go that far. MVP of the league.
Yeah.
Jeez, Nick.
I'm just trying to make a point. He's not going to be MVP.
You clowning me.
Khalil Ahmed did not get a wicket, but he survived. He survived the over.
Wow, this is so interesting. Nick, retentions cost too much money. 15 crores for the first 9. 15 crores for the first, 9 for the second, and 7 for the third. So you definitely want to keep your young guys that are cheap, because that means you would have to, if you're keeping a Patty Cummings, you got to throw the 2 mil plus either 15, 9, or 7 more crores on it. Oh, cheap guys are getting kept.
What does
all cheap guys
translate to? What does 15 translate to? American dollars.
15 crores. Actually, 1 crore is how to say?
Like 100,000.
You don't have lakhs there, right?
No.
100,000 is 1 lakh. So thousands are like 1 crore. Like 10 million. Yeah, 10 million, right?
1,000 would be 1 million. 1 million.
Yeah.
Ooh, holy cow. 15 crore basically
so 10
is
million. 10 million is like 1 crore.
Now, this is any player you retain gets 2 mil? Any player. Holy cow.
Yeah, definitely retaining is expensive, but if you leave them like if you leave a key player again, 15 crores is nothing. They may go even higher.
It's like 15 crores is nothing.
Look at Baltimore. He's like, or I keep saying Baltimore. BAL. We invented cricket. Our game, our rules. That's his response to my MVP comment. That's actually pretty funny. I like that.
Yo, Nick, that's ridiculous, bro. Anyone you retain 2 mil. Oh man. Oh.
Well, it makes sense, right? If he's your most important player, you gotta pay him the most. That's just disrespectful not to do it.
Yeah.
So it makes a whole lot of sense. There was a question earlier, Varun. Who's gonna be the next captain for RCB?
Oof.
Oh. Stuff.
I said the name. How dare I?
Oh, I love
Yeah,
it.
it's tough choice. No matter the RCB in such a position that Virat is not too old to retire. Ideally, a player with 32, 33, he will lead the team still for 2 to 3 more years. So, except Devdutt Patekar, I don't see anyone who will pay very long for RCB.
That's up in the
So,
air and taken. Good night. Last of the Mohicans. Markham is gone. Bring on the bowlers. Sorry to cut you off, Varun, but it's over. It's over.
Bring in Brar because he's my vice captain, baby.
wow.
Go ahead, Varun, because it's over, brother.
Before you judge Varun, I had literally 7 seconds left on the ticker, and he was the only name I saw, and I wanted to get him and then choose my captain real quick. So that's why I went with Brar.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, so immediately if Virat wants to retire, he already announced it. If it is retiring for the next 2 seasons, I will not pick any youngsters. I'll go with someone like Maxwell or anyone. I don't know who they wants to retain. So someone still experienced, I will choose for 1 or 2 seasons, and then I'll go for youngsters because Devdutt Patekar is really young, and I don't think he can lead the team.
Yeah, he's 20.
I don't think he's ready.
He's 22, right? 22 or 23. They said he's super young.
Yeah.
So I keep forgetting.
Hello
about
to the
him.
wife in the chat, Jody. How are you doing?
Jody P.
Trying to figure out where my eggs and my pancakes are. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just messing. Everyone say hi to Jody in the chat.
Jody.
Hello, Jody. What's up?
Give us a code word or send me a text so we know it's really you. We're all concerned. Nick's had a rough couple of days.
Hey, have you been out watching Boring Reviews? She's a star at Boring Reviews right now.
I'm just saying. I didn't see her on the Boring Reviews video last night unless I missed one, and I'm like, is she okay? Because Nick's got to be raging, guys.
Here's the code word right here for you about my breakfast comment. She's like, "Ha! You know me better than that. There's your code. You know
that's my girl. One. That's my girl. Get him, Jody. Breakfast. Make me breakfast." Oh, right, that's
so
funny.
Going back to so you think Virat's gonna not play at all in the IPL? Like he's done?
No. He will play as a captain. I'm saying. So he will not retire.
Okay.
So he will play because he's 32 and he's one of the fittest players out there.
Do you think he's gonna want to go to a different team, or does he have too much love for RCB?
Yeah. So there are two things. RCB will love Virat too much, so they will not allow him to go to some other team. And Virat also told once that if he's retired, if he's not playing for RCB, that means he has retired. He will not play for any other franchise. So yeah, so RCB's management is good like that. So they are very loyal to their players. So they'll respect them no matter, because after losing for so many seasons, I don't think any franchise will trust their players so much. Delhi and Hyderabad have changed the franchise, like new owners came because they were not winning. But RCB, they are very consistent with their team and with their players. They will back those players.
Han says, Gabe, Jody is pissed that you are more Irish than she is. Did you like my Irish accent the other day? Oi.
That was horrible. That was horrible.
What do you mean that was horrible?
You yourself said it was horrible. You know that was bad.
How about my Dhoni accent? Was my Dhoni accent pretty good? He says, Reina, go get him. Because he's so chill, you know what I mean? That's how I imagine him, you know what I mean? He doesn't panic. Everybody else is yelling on the field, and he just goes up to him and says, no more spinners, just pace here. Reina, go get him. Reina immediately, boom, boundary, boom, 6. Thank you for playing. That's just, he don't trip. Dhoni's just chill.
Again, can I get some credit? Varun, within 40 minutes of being on the stream, he's like, maybe Gabe's not my favorite YouTuber. It's like when you meet your idols, you're like, that sucked.
He's like, man, could I deal with this guy every day? Could I deal with this guy every day? Let me tell you something. The wife thought she loved me until 10 years in. She's like, oh, God. You know what I mean? She's just like counting down her days. Like, oh,
for guys like us, that's why marriage is such a beautiful thing. You hear a lot of guys complain about marriage, like, oh, it's a trap. No, it's a trap for us to trap our wives because we know after a few years, they're like, man, what was I doing? The
Like,
sheer
seriously?
embarrassment of a divorce. I can't do it now.
Oh man. Sorry, Gabe, but that was the worst impression of Dhoni. Really?
He said, "Go get him."
Yeah, go get him. You know what I mean? Just real calm,
He
collected.
turned him into like a Russian gangster or something.
Was that kind of Russian there? Did that
No,
accent
what it was.
come across as Russian?
Maybe Scandinavian. I'm not sure what that was.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
Oh, Brar, please tell me you can get at least 5 runs for me. Then you can match Gabe's captain.
Bro, it's that bad. You can't even make it up. You can't even make it up.
And yes, that can be at least 4 runs.
Bro, Huda just got hootied. Oh man, you're behind me. I forgot you're out there in the ghetto.
Huda got hootie. That doesn't make any sense. That would be him bowling, getting a bunch of runs, not getting out.
Bro,
You just couldn't help. You could help yourself with the pun. You love the puns. You are a closet pun lover.
I am a little bit, to just be honest. I get upset sometimes. I should have thought about the puns you use. I'm like, man, what a catch though. Jason Holder, Nick, to your point, 3 wickets. Three wickets for Jason Holder. And
whose captain was that?
Oh, Varun making moves for Jason Holder. Vice captain.
My
putting up. I just, you know what? Huda got hootied. It went together. Yeah, the puns. You know what? I'm disgusted in myself.
Gabe, I don't think we can allow Varun to come back. You see how humble he was right there? Where he's like, hey, vice captain. If it was me or Gabe, like, yep, that was my captain. Absolutely.
Bro, absolutely. I would lie. I'd say captain. Difference between vice or vice captain. I didn't lie. I just omitted the word
and
vice.
Then would
you know what I'm saying?
In chat and we would ignore it. No, my captain. It was my captain. I must have made a clerical error. We got a super chat here from Dr. Vi. What about you, Nick? Who would you retain from Mumbai? Oh, wow. Got to retain Rohit. Not even a question.
Yeah.
Not even a question. Got to retain Boomerang. Not even a question. Third guy. Oh, man. And I love Gabe's strategy of all Indian players. Genius strategy, obviously.
Ooh, don't say Sky.
Not Sky, baby.
Good. Drop him. Matter of fact, Sky should play really poorly the rest of the season. Just drop him.
They're still going to keep him. Sky doesn't want to go to any other team. They're still going to keep him. Don't worry.
Sky.
They will also retain. Oh, man. I would love to say, you can't retain you can an overseas player like DeCock or Pollard, maybe Hardik Pandya, but he's been so injured. I'm not sure if that would make a lot of sense. He's just got so much potential. He's got so much potential. I don't think Shahar. Oh, wow, that's a tough one.
No, I would go with Hardik Pandya. So
wow, really?
Because he's an all-rounder. Because Hardik Pandya at peak, he's equal to 2 players. All rounders are like equal to 2 players. They can bowl, bat. They will balance the side very well. So yeah, I would go with Hardik Pandya as the third choice.
Interesting.
I understand why you guys are saying DeCock and why you guys are saying even Bold or Pollard, but I like Gabe's strategy. You can still more than correct me if I'm wrong, Varun. These players. And they don't really have an option, right? But these teams are loyal to so many players that they're still going to probably overpay to keep some of these players that they can't retain, right? So with the cop, he's not going anywhere, for crying out loud. Pollard, if he wants to keep playing, he's not going anywhere. So
what will happen is in auctions, all the teams wants all the best players, right? Especially the foreign players. So a lot of players get missed. I will not be surprised if the Pollard will go unsold because there are many players. People in big auctions, they will want to invest in younger players. Pollard is not very young, so they may take him in the second round. But someone like Pollard, you cannot say because of his age and everything. They may. You may get him for cheaper than you think.
That's interesting. And I actually see that happen in baseball as well, where teams every year during free agency, it's not an auction where you're bidding against each other, but it's free agents, players that are free agents. You can now go out there and offer them contracts. Older guys sometimes will slip through. There's a guy that's name is Minnesota Twins, Nick. He used to play for Texas, hits 30, 40 home runs every year, 300 batting average. Nobody likes him because he's old, fat, but he can rake, bro. What's his name?
Fat? You're not talking about Nelson Cruz, are you?
Nelson Cruz. Yeah. Nelson Cruz.
He's not fat. Stop
Okay.
it. He's like 43 years old.
That's old in basic. 43?
No, that's what I'm saying. Why he's a little heavier because
for his age. But that's what I'm saying. Every year, everybody passes him up, and every year he puts up 20, 30 home runs like it's nothing. So I see what you're saying. Man, I'm so excited though because for some of these young teams, here's another thing nobody's thought about, right?
Replay, but wow.
This is going to be, Varun, the 2 new teams added to the IPL. So those 2 new teams that are added for the IPL, correct me if I'm not wrong, they also get to choose first, right? They get to, I read something about that. They get to take some of the players that aren't retained first so that they can have their 3 retained players.
Yeah, how's that going to work with a mega auction? Because typically other franchises, when they come into a league, the new ones, the expansion teams, they get a pillage from the other teams already. So how is that going to work?
I mean, as Gabe was saying, maybe they can choose 3 players in at front because all the teams have option to retain players, right? So like that, they want to be fair to the new teams as well. So that's why they might be giving them chance to choose 3 players up front.
But so before they're retained or after they're retained?
I read that it's after. I read, and I think it was Indian Express.
What's going to stop them from just taking Dhoni to get their franchise kickstarted, right?
After they retain, I guess.
After they retain.
Not before they retain. Because it will not be fair on the current team as well. So, yeah.
I think it was either Quick Buzz or Indian Express that said the way it's going to work is that after players retain their players, Nick, then the 2 new franchises get to pick from the players that are not retained. And so that's what I'm saying. If I'm one of those new teams, I'm taking Sky. They could take a Kazak. Yes, they could take those guys that aren't retained. So this is going to be
I could actually see that happen. If you think DeCock is going to be our captain, he's going to be the future of our franchise. He's just an example. I'm not saying he's going to be the guy that everyone wants. Then I could see that happening. Real quick, just because, as always, I was right. Dr. Vice says, totally on the boat with Nick on Hardick. Thank you so much for that. Sounds like a smart man. I would choose Pollard, though, for the 3rd choice. I understand because Hardick, how long are you going to wait with that injury, right? Like, how long do you want to wait? But at the same time, you don't want to just give up on it. Someone else picks him up, and then he loses his mind, right?
Oh, wow. Yeah, but Indian players, right? Added advantage. Indian players, you can pick someone, even if you think, okay, he might not perform, you can play extra players because basically 7 players you can play, right? So, yeah.
So, Varun, they want to know from you now. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. You go first because my thing can wait.
So, Varun, Sharma wants to know who would you retain? You're the SRH fan here. You know, that's your hometown. Yeah. You got to do it. He's like, oh, I'm so embarrassed. Go ahead, Varun. Who are you going to retain? We want to know. I'm going to mute myself. I'm going to mute myself.
So, honestly speaking, I'll retain only 2 players, Rashid Khan and Williamson. And definitely I'll go for all the Indian players. SRH always had problems. They will depend too much on foreign players, and they can only choose 4 players, right? The SRH never had like 2-3 good Indian players. Manish Pandey is there, but he's also not in form. So Delhi, if you see top 5, 6, everyone is like Indian batsman, pure Indian batsman. So that is something they should look for. So I would only retain 2 players. Williamson because for his captaincy, and Rashid Khan because he's Rashid Khan.
Rashid Khan's a beast.
Nick, go ahead.
Rashid Khan, 4 overs, 17 runs today.
Look at Renil says, Gabe, keep quiet for an hour. What is it? Keep quiet, Gabe. Don't talk for an hour. Listen, my wife can't get me to keep quiet and not talk for an hour. What are you kidding me? That's like an impossible feat. I never won the quiet game when I was a kid. I never won the quiet game.
The sad thing is, even when he's mad, he has to stay quiet. Like, at least with some people, when they're pouting and they're in a bad mood, they're quiet. Not Gabe. He talks more. There's nothing you can do to turn it off.
Oh, I'm sorry, Varun. And you know what, Varun, we're all talking about how we want to build our team with Indian players. And the first thing he said is, I want to keep it 2 guys. I'm like, I'm being honest. But dude, I hear you. I look at this team and I'm like, there's not much. The covers are bare. I'm not keeping Warner. I'm not keeping Bairstow. Yeah, you're probably right. Ken Williamson and
Rashid Khan.
Rashid Khan, right?
The third guy is Khalil Ahmed. Come on, guys.
You got an unhealthy man. Thank you, Varun. You've got an unhealthy love for Khalil. I'm just saying.
Trolling the audience with that one.
Oh man, that's so funny. People are saying Boovie. Oh man.
Yeah,
but
Bowie could be one more choice, but I think you can take Bowie for cheaper, especially if he's coming down the.
Besides that one T20 series in India against England, I have not seen the Bowie that everyone talks about.
He's not been in his prime from past two seasons,
No.
but he's one of the most wicket takers in IPL. I think twice he got a purple cap. He don't look like someone who takes wickets. He comes and silently he does his business, but he's a difficult customer to play with. So yeah, he's good, but clearly he's not having good seasons last 2 seasons.
Guys, we're in the 18th over and it's like 103. I mean, holy cow! This is bad. This is pitiful. This is
crazy.
I don't know what to tell you. Punjab Kings fans, you guys need to all email Preeti Zinta and tell her, please have Gabe at the mega auction. He'll help you win a championship. I will fly out to India on my own dime just so I could be on the table. Babe, hold on. I got to check how much is in the account. Can I afford the Indian trip? Just saying. Okay, maybe I'll fly out there on my own dime, but then she's got to put me up somewhere.
The equivalent of Jerry Jones from the NFL, where she's running the team, she's making the decisions, she can see it's not going well, but she's like, hey, I got a whole new plan here. I know what to do. You got to let someone else come in and make those decisions. I'm just saying.
Preeti Zinta, I'm available, and I'll do it for free. That
would be horrible. Gabe will be choosing someone. They'll be like, you want bread? You want chapati? What's bread?
Oh, man.
It's like, no, the guy that plays for KKR.
Oh, man. That's hilarious. I mean, bro, I'm saying, if you are a Punjab Kings fan and you're looking at this team right now, do you really want to retain pretty much anything on this team? It's KL Rahul, Mayank Agarwal.
That was going to be my point. KL Rahul went down, Agarwal went down. Look at the score right now.
Done.
They are the entire team.
Exactly.
They are the entire team. And if your best player is Agarwal, and to Varun's point, he hasn't been in the best form, that's not a good thing, my friend.
So in Punjab, I would...
Sorry, with SRH, you think they're going to blow up the covers of the ball too?
Wow. Varun, I apologize. How are you so disrespectful to our guests? Okay. That is so.
He himself said it's like, I'm from Hyderabad, but I root for Mumbai, the team that should not be named. He knows what's up.
You do the same thing to Azjad when Azjad is on here, always attacking CSK. I don't see you attacking the Jeeb when he's on with his unfounded love, okay, for RCB. I don't attack Najib. Varun, on behalf of CFA Nation and Born Reviews, Jody and I apologize you for Nick's rudeness. Oh.
Thank you, Jody, for that. Yeah, it's okay. As I said upfront, I told, right, Sunrisers is something I support because I have to support. There's nothing much I root for there. I really like Warner, but this season he's not himself. They too much depend on Warner and Bairstow in previous seasons. Then when they are doing good, they were doing good, and when they went down, even the entire team went down.
Can we talk about how much hate the audience has for Nick? Can we just talk about it for a second? How many times have we seen, hey, Nick, how do you feel about your two teams going against each other tomorrow? We've seen that probably 7 or 8 times. Has anyone once mentioned that Gabe's two teams are going against each other? No one wants him to be in punishment. That's how much hate they had for Nick. Can I just say that for a second? Can I have a pity party for a few minutes? Is that okay? You stop raising your hand. You said enough in our meeting the other day. You don't get any more words.
I mean, I'm along with the audience and hating you too. I mean, that's just like, just raising my hand. I am the president. Remember, guys, Nick is part of the Sinister Six. Okay, he is the president of the Sinister Six. Okay, and I enjoy his misery.
Do I not edit enough videos for you? Huh? Do I not create the thumbnails for you? Do I not invite you on to the greatest YouTube channel of all time and allow you to sit there?
I mean, but you act as if that's not part of our friendship. You know what I'm saying? That's baked into the deal, bro. That's baked into the deal. I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying?
Hose on that deal.
It's like Nick's like, I think I'm getting the short end of the stick. That's exactly what Jody says. And to be fair, that's exactly what my wife says. She looks at her amount of responsibility, how much she does, how much I do, and she's like, I got the short end of the stick here, man. Read the fine print.
Okay, what you're not understanding is my mental mind games, okay? I harass you, and you show up every single day. I harass Ozjon, and he invites me onto his channel to talk about wrestling. I harass, not physically, Jody, and she's still married to me, okay? If I harass Varun, eventually he'll be on Team Nick as well. So take that, gosh. Take that. That's my plan. It works every time.
To be with Nick is to be in an abusive relationship. Me and Jody feel it. We understand. We understand.
Survivors? You guys are survivors?
Exactly. We're survivors. Me and Jody have a support group, bro.
Thank you. Man. LGB. I appreciate that.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Is there still a match going on right now?
Bro, there's one over left. We just finished in the 19th over. So 111. Let's say they put up 9. They're going to score 120. Funny enough, Nick, 120 was scored in the first match. I'm afraid of Sharjar now, bro. Do I want to have my guys at Sharjar next week for my clean slate?
Oh, you just gave it away. How dare you just gave it away. Spoiler alert.
Oops.
Listen, you just mushed the great weekend already for me for next week. Listen. A great man once said, he was like some kind of like, I don't know. I watched this on a YouTube video the other day, actually, where the best type of torture is the kind where they don't have to touch you, right? Mind games. That's what this match is. This is torture on the eyes right now. And they're not even touching me. This is the worst kind of punishment for the mental capabilities.
It is rough right now. But at least, Nick, your boy Hapik Brar has 12 runs. There, right? He's still in there. Captain. Your vice captain's in there. I should have gone with a holder.
Save us from ourselves. Say something intelligible because we can't do
it. What?
What? Oh man, listen. Anything you say will be intelligent. Have you heard me speak? Have you heard Nick? I mean, come on. Anything you say. Say the color purple. It'll be smarter than anything we just said in the last 10 minutes. Just say it. Just say it.
So what I would say about this match is I'm happy because Sunrisers is doing well. The Sunrisers' worst IPL is when they won only 2 matches. So I almost thought this will be the worst because they have only won one match. So hopefully this is the second match. So yeah, let's see.
Do you think the Sunrisers are playing at their capability? This is just who they are, or they have underperformed this season?
They have definitely underperformed. They are not a team that belongs on the bottom of the table. They'll be somewhere around 5 to 6 on an average. So they are always underdogs, who performs better than what people are expecting them from. So yeah, this season it's very terrible, like, because of Warner and Baystrom missing.
There's a 6 by Ellis. He just doubled his score with 1 ball right there. Now he's at 12 off Boovy.
Looks like you're still a little behind, my friend, so I'll just sit here in silence. I'll just sit here in silence.
Why does... Oh, man. I'm telling you. I'm getting the Gabe treatment here. This is not fair.
And I'm just waiting.
No, I got it now. Is that the same guy that caught the last one? Because we know Warner can't catch today.
Wow, that was Manish Pandey, by the way, who caught that one.
Who's the other guy? Suchit or something like that? That was an amazing catch.
But I mean, it's over. It's over, guys. Oh,
punishment.
we have to really start figuring at what over is SRH going to chase 120, basically. That's what they're going to have to chase, 120. I say before the death, they chase this like in the 15th, 16th over. They better not get it into the death because then pressure will build. But, I mean, come on. This is child's play. This is child's play. Are you kidding me?
Gabe, who still has survived so far? Oh, tell me that does not get caught. Oh, I hate you. Oh, it didn't get caught. Brar, baby. That was the ultimate pick of the day right there. It was Brar. 2 more runs, 14. I knew I picked him because I wanted to.
Yeah, right. That lucky pick. Oh, this is funny right here, Nick. Big news flash. They won't. If they don't if they don't chase what 120, what are they gonna? It's 124 right now, so maybe 125, 126. I'm gonna send an apology letter to Varun.
Another boundary for Brar. This guy's losing his mind. Get a 6 on the last ball. Get a 6 on the last ball. Listen, there's one team I wouldn't be confident to be able to chase this. Varun.
SRH.
RCV.
Yes.
SRH or RCV.
And Mumbai. Mumbai can't score any runs this season. It's so painful.
Yeah, that's what I was about to. Yeah, no,
go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, that's what I was thinking. How can Gabe say that SRH will chase this easily? I would say 19.5 over if they are chasing.
19.
They cannot chase within 15 overs or 10 overs, 15 overs. No, that's not SRH.
That's not SRH. Wow.
I didn't get that last ball 6. It's 125. They got to get 126 to chase. It's just crazier things have happened, right? I've seen before this second half of the season, I have seen when the first team scores low, the second team scores low. Since this second half has started, I've seen when the first team scores low, the second team loses their mind, right? So I can see SRH getting 58 by the end of the power play because that's just the way this season has gone. But, can they send us home early today? Probably not. They probably hate us that much. They're going to wait till the second to last ball before they chase it, like Varun said.
Varun, I'm going to leave you in the capable hands of Nick. However, I need a refill. However, the code word here is lemons. Okay, that's your safety word. So if for whatever reason you feel uncomfortable, say lemons, and CFA Nation will let me know you're in trouble. I'll come save you. All right, Nick.
Yeah.
Be kind. Be kind.
Lemons? What's wrong with you, man?
Bananas? I don't know. What's a code word? What's a safe word? You gotta have a safe word. All right.
The code word is get out of my stream. That's the code word.
Maybe I would say Campbell.
Campbell's not. Nice one. I like it. John Campbell. All right, guys, I'll be right back. That's funny.
Watch the spam, Mr. Perfect. I do like that wrestler, but watch the spam. Oh, man. So, you got any SRH players on your Dream 11 squad today? You have Holder.
Yes, Holder is my vice captain, and I got Rashid Khan.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, 2 players.
Who's your captain?
My captain is Rahul.
Yeah, mine too. You didn't take the brilliant Brar as your vice captain? That's crazy.
I don't think I even took him in the team because I have very less chances left.
Could you imagine if he got 3 wickets or something?
Oh, that's a daily routine. It happens all the time. Arshdeep, I did not take him the other day. He took 5 wickets. I took him today, so he will go for 50 runs or something. Yeah, it happens all the time.
Happens to me too. Oh, it's so sad.
It's actually the Sharjah wicket. Last 2 matches, if you see, scoring is very difficult. Only they can score faster if the ball is new, if it is coming on to the bat nicely. Once you cross the 6 over mark, they are not able to score freely. So yeah, I would not confidently say that SRH will chase this easily. But yeah, for 6 overs at least they should get 50 runs without losing any wickets.
But if they lose 2 early wickets,
gone. If they lose 2 wickets, that means they will lose the match.
You think they're going to lose the match? I was just saying it's going to take even longer.
They don't have a very good middle order, and tail enders cannot bat. Maybe Holder sometimes, but
Oh man, that's a really bad joke. I'm not going to repeat that one in the chat. Wow. Does anyone think that SRH will not chase? They've had a really tough season. Let's do the update on how Nick's Dream 11 team is doing compared to Gabe's Dream 11 team. I have over 10,000 points. Gabe has over 10,000 points. I'm in 19th place. Gabe is in 30. Where's he at? He's so far down here, it's hard to see. Oh, there he is. Way down there at 38. I love it. Varun, should we mention your team, or is it not worth mentioning?
you can mention it. It's not worth mentioning, but it's at 59th position.
Okay, let's see. Dynamite?
Dynamite 66.
Where's that
Don't
name
judge
come
me
from?
on the name.
Don't judge
I
me.
made it when I was in my college, so yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe I'm a Dynamite or something like that.
So I had an email that was my main email for the longest time until I got some other ones called Master Nap. Okay? Yeah. Sounds really, really bad. But Nap are my initials. And it came from this girl I worked with way before I was married. One of the few times in my life that a girl had a crush on me, right? Besides Jody, obviously. And I said, besides Jody. she's in what? And so she's like, I didn't have an email address. I was in the Stone Age years ago. And she's like, oh, I'll create an email address for you. Okay, whatever you want. And one of her nicknames for me was Master. It sounds really, really bad. I know. And so she created that email. Never let someone else create your email name, okay? Because when I would apply for jobs and all this kind of thing, my email address, Master Nap. Bad idea.
Even I had terrible experience. I had some funky email IDs, and when I was applying for jobs and all, I had to quickly change it.
Yes, it's not good. Han Solo's making fun of my wrestling name. The Domi would be a worse email name. What's wrong with you? That was a great wrestler name, okay? I used to. Do you like wrestling at all? WWE?
I used to watch when I'm very young, but I lost interest now.
Oh man, he's like when I was a child, I liked it.
Yeah.
But now that I've grown up, I've moved on. Okay, I'll bypass that conversation.
Back when John Cena was playing, yeah, I used to watch, but not.
You watch The Office?
Yeah, I love Office. Oh my god, it's
Yeah,
one of the top 3 shows ever.
absolutely. There's that episode where someone's eating string cheese for lunch, right?
Mm.
Or no, it's Ryan. He's eating string cheese for lunch, and he just takes a bite out of it, like halfway. And Toby's like, "Oh wow, you're just going for it, huh?" He's like, "Yeah, I used to pull it one at a time, but then I turned 8 or something like that." That's what I feel about right now about the wrestling. Once I turned 8 years old, I moved on from it.
What about you? Do you still watch it?
So I used to watch it all the time growing up. Same thing as a kid. And then, long story short, WWE Network came out years ago, and I got that so I can watch all the pay-per-views that I heard about when I was younger that I missed, because we never bought any of those. So I would watch a bunch of those. I would skip through some matches, but whenever I had free time, I would just watch that pre-YouTube days. And then, as far as live, I just catch every once in a while. I don't watch it religiously because I don't like the product that much. I'll watch some NXT here and there. I'll watch some AEW here and there, Impact or whatever, but I don't watch it every single week because I just don't like the product. But I'll, every once in a while. When Daniel Bryan got in, I got back into it a little bit, but it's wrestling, pal. It's called wrestling. How dare you?
When I was young, it was big in India. So like 10 years back, 15 years back, it was very big in India, and we used to have cards WWE cards. We used to play with them, like who has more height, more weight, those kind of things. We used to compare. So those kind of games we used to play. But I don't know. Maybe we did not have much sports back then. Sports channels in India. We used to get only Indian matches. So after last 10-15 years, the internet has grown and we started getting a lot of channels, also international matches. We get football now, cricket from all over the world. So maybe people lost interest from WWE. Still, young people I here in college they watch them, but I don't think the popularity is not that much, I would say.
So you said you guys were playing with the cards, but you couldn't watch the matches on TV, but you had the cards, so you guys would just
matches very rarely, because English channels used to be costly. If you in India back then, like 15 years back, 10-15 years back, so you can get like 10 Indian channels for the cost of one foreign channel. So usually parents don't get those channels. One cricket channel, Star Sports, or 10 cricket. We used to have that, but whenever 10 cricket has WWE matches, we used to watch that time.
BALGB says, how do they decide who wins in the WWE? It's all Vince McMahon, right? And his leadership group. They decide who's going to get over, which means who's going to win that match. It's a TV show. It's entertainment. Yeah, he's now Bryan Danielson. Yeah, that's his actual name. He goes by that in AEW. There was a question here somewhere, though. Have you ever been to a main event? This is the question. No, I've not been to a main wrestling event, but besides a lower division, a traveling division called NWA, it was like 18, 20 years ago, something like that. But it was at a baseball stadium, and the ramp was it looked like cardboard or something. It was really bad, right? It was just a really lower level, but it had all these old guys. It had Iron Sheik there. It had the Bushwhackers. It had some other old timers there. That's the only live event I've been to. But
I watched it on TV. It's crazy, right? The atmosphere inside. What do you call the stadium? The arena where they play. Yeah, arena. It's crazy, the atmosphere. But it also a little scary. People are very violent. I saw some fights in the crowd as well. So.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure. You have that in a lot of sports events. Maybe it's an American thing. Maybe it's across the world. I don't know. I don't know of football that happens a lot across the world, but in NFL football here in the States, it happens all the time. Baseball games, usually in the parking lots is when it happens. You can go on YouTube and you can see fights just about every week of idiots getting drunk or whatever and fighting with each other. And that's not why I would go to a game. I'm not going to pay all that money. I've been to one NFL game and it was fun, but like the food was expensive. The bathrooms were disgusting. The fans were kind of annoying. And I'm looking at the big screen the entire time because the play is way over there. I'd rather just be at home and watch it on TV.
True. Stadium, you don't go to see match. You just for the atmosphere. You cannot make out most of the time like what's going on. The only match I saw for IPL is RSV versus Punjab. I saw it in Bangalore, Chinnaswamy Stadium. It was a great atmosphere, but most of the time I was not knowing what's going on unless I see the big screen for the score.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And I was really close. The seats I had was a friend's season pass, and he actually gave it to me as a birthday present, which was really cool. He said, "You can have my seats for the Chargers game." And I was right there in the corner of the end zone where they scored the touchdowns, right there. And I couldn't see on the other end, 100 yards, whether they're on the 20-yard line, the 5-yard line, or whatever. So I'm sitting there cheering. They got the first down. They got 1 yard. I couldn't tell. So I'm just looking at the screen the entire time.
Yeah.
He didn't use the word, Gabe. He didn't use the word. So take that.
No safe word. CFA Nation. He's been safe while I was gone. Just making sure. That's because you guys ain't come to games with me. San Francisco 49ers, okay? Giants NFC Championship. 50-yard line, baby. That's right. Lower deck. All right. $750 a bone. That's expensive for tickets. $1,500. We were eating top ramen for the rest of the week. Okay, Savannah and I made a conscious decision. Like, look. Yeah, that's right. Look at Sonny. Lemons. That's right. That's a safe word. So, but no, if you're not gonna get good seats, then don't bother going. It's unless you just want to hang out with the crowd or whatever. But listen, when I go to a cricket game, and especially out here in LA, I'm not gonna go sit in the nosebleeds, man. I want to sit right there, front and center. If I'm paying $200-300 for my tickets, whatever. But I'm not gonna go to the game unless I can actually see the field, enjoy it. The first game Nick and I went to together, we was a Padres game or whatever. Lower deck tickets right there, right behind the dugout. Because if you're up in the, you know what I mean? I guess it's fun to be there when it happens, and you want to be there. You want to say, "Oh, I was there when we won this huge game, NFC Championship, World Series, whatever." But unless you're actually there, you don't really get to see it. You know what I'm saying? Finally, a Gabe rant. That's not a Gabe rant. Come on, you guys will get a Gabe rant if SRH lets down my man Varun and doesn't give him a win. I'll lose it then. Because
why don't you pay attention? He's not rooting for SRH.
Bro, I am paying attention, but it's his heart is there. Listen.
I mean, I'm sure he is in this match because the Kings have fewer fans. Oops,
listen.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Listen, he lives, all right? He lives in Hyderabad. If he can't be on here talking anything negative about Hyderabad and then go think he's gonna go get biryani down the street, they're gonna look at him like, oh, we heard what you said on CFA Nation.
First of all, you overestimate our audience.
What?
Expansiveness.
Bro, you have no idea. It's delusions of grandeur. I got delusions of grandeur or whatever. I walk down the street and somebody looks at me and I'll be like, yeah, that's right. CFA. Like they look at me like, no, you were my teacher 5 years ago. I was like, oh, okay. I thought I was being recognized from like YouTube or something like that. I was like, that's right.
You're like, yep, that's right. I'm from YouTube. Nice to meet you.
Oh, God. Han says Gabe is faker than the WWE. Who said WWE is fake? How dare you, Han? How dare you? It's trash. It's trash, but it ain't fake, cousin. Those dudes take some licks, man. Ugh.
Okay, time for another story, ladies and gentlemen. Story time. I'm driving from the gym, which doesn't happen as often as it should. Driving from the gym, and where this gym is at, there's a little alley behind these stores to get you way faster to the main road than going around making U-turns. So I'm driving down this back alley, right? Yeah, he knows what I'm talking about. Driving down this back alley, right? And you got to be careful because people are all over the place. There's drive-thrus for Starbucks and whatnot. And I'm going there, and there's this idiot in this car who just comes around. He doesn't look, he doesn't pay attention. He just starts driving without being safe, almost hits me. I have to get out of the way. And I'm like, I'll get upset or whatever. I did not vote him number one, though. And I'm sitting here like, what is this guy's problem? Why can't he drive properly? We got to be careful in this alleyway. I keep going. I get a call from Gabe. Hey, Nick, was that you? He was the idiot that almost killed me driving because he doesn't know how to drive. That's right. True story.
Bro, I can't believe, you're crossing some lines now, Nick. You're crossing some lines. Wow.
You made me think of that when you said, like, oh, CFA Nation, no, you're my teacher. No, he's the guy that cuts you off on the road as well.
Bro.
Oh, there's a wicket. Oh, Warner, I'm so glad I didn't make you my captain. There's a wicket already from Shami.
The game has started, and it's already finished. David Warner is bad at life right now. Are you kidding me?
Oh my God. He's having a rough time, guys.
Oh gosh. You know what?
Is it still the injury? Recuperation, Varun? What's going on with Warner?
I think he's not right in his mental state, I would say. So it's very tough to drop him off the as captain and dropping off him as the team. So he was already going through a lot after the ball tampering. So he was recovering from that, what it is, like 3 years from that. So yeah, he was recovering, and again he was not doing very well in international arena also. So maybe a combination of all those things.
You got to wonder if it's something like in his personal life too. Because I know him and his wife do a bunch of TikToks and whatnot. Hopefully everything's okay with him at home because this is bad. He is struggling.
You know what? Today, CFA Nation, you're going to witness something you don't really see that often from Gabe. And I'm going to have a moment of humility here. a moment of humbleness. And first of all, I'm gonna confirm Nick's story. I did almost run him off the road, but it wasn't because I can't drive. Okay, I'm a professional driver. Okay, I drive limos for a living. It just so happened that I was taxiing and driving at the same time because it was my wife in the car with me. Not, I'm not at work. It's not like a Hollywood star or a high roller. You know what I'm saying? We get into an accident. I'm not worrying about that. Whatever. With that being said,
you're saying you're not worried about driving safe when you're not on the job?
No, why would I be, bro? I'm insured. I'm good.
Never driving on the street ever again.
I'm insured. I can't get fired for getting into a accident in my personal car. Now, if it was like a limo, that's a different story. With that being said, guys, I shall no longer besmirch the name of David Warner. I feel bad for the guy. He's in a really bad place right now, a really dark place. And CFA Nation, I'm going to send him an apology on Twitter. And then I'll screenshot it and put it on the. Matter of fact, he's like, who is this fool? Because his wife and him are big into social media. And I will no longer besmirch your name, David Warner. And just send him nothing but positive thoughts. He's officially off the Sinister Six. And nothing but positive feelings. And no, before you ask, Reneel, John Campbell can't get off the Sinister Six. He's there personally for life with Nick. But David Warner, I do feel kind of bad about. Just saying.
You actually, first of all, I got a lot of things to unpack there. You have been really nice to John Campbell recently. I'm just saying. Second of all, they're showing his career, his numbers last 3 years. David Warner's average of 69 to 39 to 24 this year. So someone said post-COVID, Warner's not very good. Absolutely correct about that. Third, look at this comment. Oh, so your wife's not that important, Gabe? Huh? Not that important as far as driving safe?
She's insured too. What do you think? She's insured.
Wow.
Something happens, bro. She's insured.
Can't replace her with insurance?
Bro, she's insured for like a cool $500,000. Just saying. Something happens to her. I'm just saying.
You are on dangerous grounds right now.
Oh, I'm having fun. I'm just joking. But with that being said, man, it's not fun to pile on guys that already have it going bad. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna kick him while he's down. I'm gonna be a bigger man. Be humble and not attack David Warner. I'll find somebody else to direct my anger and energy towards, my ire towards. I don't know, Nick. Who do you think that shall be? Can you end up on the Sinister Six twice? President and vice president? Possibly.
Sometimes they do that. Sometimes they do that in Hall of Fames, like as an individual and as a player on that team. So you never know. So, Varun, what are you thinking about this match? Do you think the wicket by Warner is just like, yeah, he's out of form, not a big deal? Or
yeah.
Okay, so you're not too worried about SRH still chasing this?
Yeah, I was hoping that Warner, this is one match Warner did not had pressure, only 120 plus to chase. So I thought he would take his time and, play slowly. Because if he set whatever the run rate is, he can, chase it easily. So I was hoping for that, but unfortunately he got out. So, but looking at the season, I would not say like it's a big wicket for SRH.
They said that Warner replies to fan comments on Instagram. That's cool.
Yeah. He's very active on Instagram.
Nick, can I get access to the Instagram instead of Twitter so I can apologize to him profusely for besmirching his name? What?
No.
What?
I've been working very hard to try to cultivate that to like 300 followers. We'll lose that in like 5 seconds.
Come on. I'll be apologizing for him for besmirching his name on CFA Nation.
Boo, 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 boo. Osbert Lara, conspiracy insurance fraud. Breaking news.
Man. Bro, I gotta get rich somehow.
It's recorded.
I gotta get rich somehow.
And it's recorded.
Oh man, I gotta get rich somehow. I'm just saying. Time to talk.
You're making it worse. You're making it worse. Oh man, all I know is I need my man Brar to get like 3 or 4 wickets. That's
Did you? I need. And I need Arshdeep Singh to get me a wicket or 2.
Yeah, even I took Harshdeep. I want him to take some wickets.
Well, yeah, when a guy gets 5 wickets, you gotta take that guy.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Man, the sad part is, Nick, This is 2 days. I would say it's because it's two bad teams on here. No offense, Varun. But
None taken.
even the earlier game, DC didn't light up the world. DC put up $150 in Sharjah. What happened? Whoever curated this pitch right here, that dude listen, he's the most coveted man in cricket because he could take what if he made Sharjah a low scoring wicket. I don't know how that happened. This guy, somebody find out who curated this pitch. This guy's amazing.
Well, you notice they waited a few matches before they debuted at Sharjah, so they got something going on. I like this comment from Rashab. He says, Gabe and Nick, Varun is a typical example of a diehard cricket fan. The more they are passionate, the more cool and calm they are. You guys are the total opposite. I agree, but let me give you some rebuttals to that, okay? Let me give a rebuttal to that. First of all, we're running a YouTube channel, okay? If we were super cool and calm the entire time, we wouldn't get the views. We wouldn't get that kind. I'm not saying that we're being fake, but I'm saying we are speaking what's in our inner dialogue more out loud, first of all. Second of all, that's the American way, baby. We like to be loud. We like to get excited. We like you don't want to be in the house when I'm watching a sports game, whether it's my college football team, my baseball team, my football team, because I am loud, I am angry, and you'll think that I'm about to lose my mind or something like that. I do think, I honestly, deep in my heart, I think they can hear me when I yell at them at the TV, okay? That's how I feel. So that's the American way.
I completely agree with that because there are so many YouTube channels, so much of content. If people gets bored, if someone like me is talking, they will get bored and they will not come back again. They want that energy more than content. How you are presenting that is very important on YouTube. Yeah.
And what I would say to Sharma is, obviously you don't have any American friends other than Nick and I, but this is us. This is Americans. This is why we're hated everywhere.
Nice shot,
everywhere. You go anywhere. I didn't realize Americans were hated, Nick, until when I was boxing, I started traveling overseas or whatever, and people would be like, "Oh, American," and then I would start speaking Spanish, like no, Dominicano, not American. People hate Americans because we're loud, we're obnoxious, and we're brash. Trust me, it is what it is. That's who we are. But just for fun, do the Giants play the Chargers this year? We should stream a game Giants versus Chargers this year, so you can see me and Nick both lose our minds. That's
the only team the Chargers traditionally play very well against, so I'm excited for that. But they'll still find a way to lose that one because the Chargers can break your heart. They're playing the Chiefs this weekend, tomorrow. That's going to be tough. Real quick, Rashad Sharma. Absolutely. That's why I said I liked your comment. Absolutely. I did not take it personal. I was just using your comment as a way to go to a speaking point. But I totally know you were just messing around. Totally.
Nick,
no worries.
Here's the thing, though. We'd have to create like a Cricket for Us 2.0. We'd have to or 3.0. We'd have to create a CFA Nation 2.0 because that will be a profanity laden stream by myself. It will for me. I'll lose my mind. I got true story. All right, I got kicked off of Twitter when Twitter first was kind of a big. I'm talking about what was it, like 10 years ago now, right? And I was relatively new to Twitter. And there was a running back, Nick knows who this is, who played for the New England Patriots called Stephen Ridley. And in a football game where I needed him to perform well because I had Vegas bets on him, so real money, I had something to lose.
There's a wicket by Shami, his second one. Williamson's down. Hit the panic button. What do we say, Varun? If they lose 2 wickets before the third over, panic button. Oh, my goodness gracious.
Now it's time to panic. This is the time.
It's officially time to panic.
Yeah.
Varun. Hold on.
This is crazy. This is going to turn to an interesting match because you're going to have two teams just fall. Is there anybody that can compete with CSK and KKR right now? Is there anyone out there? Because this is just rough. This is tough. Now, I do want to get to this comment real quick. And I want to do this again. I'm not mad at this comment at all. This is a good talking point. Okay, Joy? Americans are mostly hated because they don't know much about the world other than America. It's like they're in their own bubbles. I'm not going to say you're wrong there. I'm not going to say you're wrong. And I'm not mad at that comment. But I do think it still is a stereotype. obviously there are several people, not just in America, but everywhere, that know a lot about the world that don't. Me personally, I don't pay attention to the news because it's so depressing. So in that regard, I can't tell you what wars are being fought in small countries here and there because I don't pay attention because I don't want that in my life right now, right? But at the same time, I don't see, just from the comments and the people that comment on our videos and ask us questions when we're talking about things that are American-based, like sports or whatever, don't think that everyone besides America knows everything about everything else, right? Because people ask us all the time about baseball. And if America is such an influential country and baseball is one of our biggest sports, you would think, therefore, that everyone in the world would know about baseball. Nobody cares about that kind of stuff. So not mad at the comment, but I do think that that's a huge stereotype right there.
Yeah,
I would like to.
I completely agree.
I got to finish my thought there. But when I started traveling and going other places as a young fighter, I realized that, part of it is because of that. Part of it is because Americans are very competitive. So it seems like we're poor sports when we lose. You know what I mean? So when you're competing on an international stage or whatever, there's a lot of animosity. You know what I mean? And we're just loud. So that was part of that. But I also see what Nick is saying. With that being said, Nick, this comment is totally unacceptable. Varun, lemons. That is not okay.
I didn't type that in there.
That was you, Nick. That is.
I didn't type that in there. You typed that in there.
You know what, Varun? It's okay. You're in a safe place here. We're here. We're all here for you.
I did not type that in there. I swear. That's hilarious,
Nicholas. Oh, with that being said, every Hyderabad fan right now should be yelling lemons, because this is bad. They are not going to chase this. Are you guys kidding me? Oh my gosh. Seriously. 125? They can't chase 125? Varun, is there I don't understand this team. Is there why? This is like they're giving them a game. This is please win this game. How?
I don't know, man, what's going on in SRH. This season, they're looking even more down. Typically, as I say, at least they will win like 5 to 6 matches. They'll give some entertainment to the fans, but this season, it's really bad. And as I said, 126 is still like 150, 160 for SRH. You can...
It's rough. It makes me feel a little better about both my teams going 0-4 since the IPL came back. Biggs, absolutely agree. He says, no, Nick, some people are just ridiculous, not all. But when you do run into them, they ask questions like, how is it like living in huts and sleeping in hammocks all the time coming for the Caribbean? Absolutely. Yeah. If you guys want to watch some dumb Americans, because obviously they exist, go to, Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon. One of those guys goes like on the streets in like Hollywood and asks questions. Who's the president of the United States? What city do you live in? I mean, it is sad who was the first president of the United States? Who's on the first dollar bill? All these most of the answers is George Washington, for crying out loud. They cannot get these questions. Donald Trump, I think, is on the dollar bill. These are stupid Americans. So when you watch those videos, you think the entire country is a bunch of morons, for crying out loud.
I would just like to say, Varun, sorry to cut you off. Most of those people are from Florida, okay? It always happens in Florida.
Wow.
It always happens in Florida, all right?
Hey, I spent 2 years in Florida. How dare you talk badly about Florida?
And did your IQ improve at all while you were out there, Nick? I'll wait.
To your point, the rapper changed his pronunciation to Flo Rida because he didn't want any kind of connection.
Go ahead, Varun. I'm sorry I cut you off, but I had to let people know most of the people are from Florida. Did you say? So,
No. I just wanted to say it was Jimmy Kimmel. Already people started, typing it. So yeah. And what is the deal with Florida and Texas? People either love them or hate them. What's the deal with those states?
They're so different. Again, Gabe knows more about the political stuff than I do. But Texas they're always threatening to, what's the word, secede?
They want to secede the union.
They form a separate country.
Yeah, they want to be their own independent. Is that another wicket? They're thinking about making a review right here. I love how K.O. Raul always has his hat a little to the side. I love his style. He always has that. But yeah, so Texas is like, there's a phrase, I think when George Bush coined it, don't mess with Texas. Like, that's kind of a true phrase. Like, you just don't want to mess with Texas. It's a big state, for crying out loud. There's some diversity there, but you have some good old boys, if you want to call them, or whatever. So Texas is that kind of thing. I would say Texas is more respected in that regard than Florida. Florida, they can't get things together. They can't get voting together. They can't make decisions together. I lived in there 2 years. It's beautiful. It's almost tropical, I might say. It's very green, very, very nice, but it's very interesting as well.
Here's the thing.
Interesting.
Here's the thing. The thing about Texas is the politics from Texas are very, very different from the majority of the United States. Even your typical red state, your Midwesterner states, Texas is completely out of control with it. Texas is probably the most right-wing state there is. However, it's crazy because it's a very, very diverse state. But yes, they're always threatening to secede from the union and all kinds of crazy stuff. But they're a big state, and to Nick's credit, you don't mess with Texas, all right? That's why I didn't mention Texas.
You just don't mess with
I go out there, listen, you'll run into somebody from the street from Texas, and them good old boys will straight punch you in the face, man. I'll be brawling at Walmart like, I saw your Twitter channel, you said something about Texas. Now, Florida's is different. I think it has something to do with the fact that Florida is like literally 300 days of sunshine, so most of them spend their time on beaches instead of in schools. So they don't get
time in the sun.
Too much time in the sun. All right, they're not learning. There's not a lot of book learning that takes place down there. I don't think they believe in evolution. Wow. I'm just saying, look it up. There's schools over there that don't teach evolution. I'm just saying, they don't believe it. I'll tell you. And the thing is that Florida is I don't think they prioritize education very much. There's a thing of college parents. There's two places you don't want to send your kids to school, okay? One is Miami, because they won't be in school. They'll be in the beach, okay? Their graduation rate is abysmal. It's like 56% or something like that. It's ridiculous, okay? And the other actually is here, I'm sorry, UNLV, because it's Vegas. And you do not want to have 20 and 21-year-olds in Vegas with strip clubs, gambling, and all the other trouble they could get into. Just saying. But there you go.
Super chat here from Light Yagami. Thank you so much, Light Yagami. It says CFA, especially Gabe, always lights up my day. One thing coming from a marketer, your thumbnails aren't good. Okay. If you work on them, you'll get better reach. Appreciate the honesty. Appreciate the super chat. We got some love for Gabe and some hate for Nick because I do the thumbnails here.
I've done a thumbnail too in my time.
No, you haven't. You just put whatever screenshot it has on there. It automatically creates.
That's not a thumbnail? That's not a thumbnail? No.
I appreciate the honesty. As always, if you guys have anything on YouTube channels that you think needs to improve, please include some suggestions for how they can improve. Yeah. Not just tell me that they need to improve. Definitely been working on those thumbnails. I'll keep working on them and appreciate the support.
Jay.
Yeah, that's something even I want to say, because people always say something is not good, but they will not give a better solution for that. Instead of telling, I would request, instead of telling what is wrong, you can help by telling how can someone improve. So yeah.
Jay, let me answer your question. There's not a lot of cricket happening. 4 overs, 13 runs, 2 wickets. We're trying to distract Varun from the pain.
We're still waiting for cricket to happen.
Yeah, we're still waiting for cricket, Jay. When it starts happening, we will inform you. But, I mean, we're trying to distract Varun from the pain that is. SRH is not about to chase 125. I'm dumbfounded right now. I mean, come on. It's bad.
Would take that comment personally because I'm a sensitive man, but I didn't take that personally at all because, listen, go to some of the big YouTube channels, okay, that do the same kind of content that we do, especially at Boring Reviews. Tell me they're putting a lot of time and effort into those thumbnails? Absolutely not. There's a huge channel. Not going to say who it is, but you guys know who I'm talking about. They don't edit a single thing in their video. They have guys that get up in the middle of the reaction. Oh, I forgot my cricket ball, or I forgot my water bottle, or I got to scratch my neck or something.
Or I got to scratch
and they'll go and get those things, and then they'll sit back down and they don't edit it, right? The thumbnail, I hear an echo on here. Did someone, Varun, did you by some chance take that? Sorry. I didn't say who it was. I didn't say what channel it was. I'm just saying I'm not too worried about the comment because some people don't put any effort into it and they still get the reach. Listen, YouTube is 100% algorithm, 100%. I've seen videos that have millions of views and it's a screenshot of like a dog or something like that. Okay. So, hey, you guys are just guessing there. That's not who I'm saying it is. Someone's guessing it was OSR. I didn't say that. I'm just saying.
You know.
Yeah. The repetition is great because I get to hear myself talk, and it's a beautiful thing.
Han says, Gabe can't ignore this drive-bys forever. Han, I'm just trying to make sure I'm equitable with the time. You know, we got to try and get Varun engaged. And Nick's used to me cutting him off. He's used to it, but Varun's not. So I'm trying to be a gracious host. And I would like Varun to come back at some point. So, you know, I can't respond to every single drive-by.
Yes. Sorry about the echo, guys. That was one of our bads. Go ahead, Varun.
Yeah. Can you see me now, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got you.
Sorry, my headset got, the charge got over, so it got disconnected.
Okay.
I have to connect it through the wire. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. No problem. Continue, guys.
But yeah, I mean that's my reaction to that. But yes, absolutely. Suggestions would be awesome. Suggestions would be fantastic. I always want to get better. I want both these YouTube channels to succeed as much as possible because I'm putting a lot. I shouldn't say just me. We're putting a lot of time and energy into these things. Like I said before, Varun helps out a whole lot by letting us know which videos would be smart to check out, which ones that would be in, not just what video is popular, but which ones he knows that we would enjoy and we would like to react to. So we really appreciate that. But there's sometimes we'll get comments like, hey, this was the wrong video to do for AFL. But they don't give me a suggestion. Hook a brother up. Give me a link. Let me know. And I'm going to take those suggestions. Come on.
So real quick, SRH didn't even participate. Nick, they said use Canva. I don't know what Canva is. Maybe something for
I see the ads on TV. It's just a platform.
So SRH didn't even participate in the mini auction. That makes it look even worse now. I remember it was SRH and another team that did not really purchase anyone in the mini auction. And I was thinking to myself, you're happy with the team you had already? Mind you, SRH snuck into the playoffs last year. Remember that?
SRH was cllose last year. They were close.
So, but that's what I'm saying. It makes them look even worse because knowing that they had the issue that they had all these American players, right? And not American, but international players. They could have gone in the mini auction and got themselves an Indian bowler. Like right now, the CSK isn't even using Gautam, right? CSK isn't using Gautam. Maybe they could use him over here at SRH. That's an Indian batsman. Or who's the other kid CSK picked up? The Indian batsman from it's Gautam and it's escaping me. He played for the Punjab Kings.
CSK?
In the mini auction they picked up Gautam and they picked up another opening batsman from I want to say he played last year for the Rajasthan Royals. But in any event, the fact that they didn't pick anybody up now makes it look bad because you went from being in the playoffs last year to you're going to finish dead last. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that should be a problem. I think every team needs to just really go into the auction and see, okay. And obviously you're going to have to because you can only retain Uthappa. Thank you, Boomer. Uthappa. Robin Uthappa. You know what I'm saying? But
has he even played? Have we even seen him yet?
No, he hasn't even been needed, bro. He hasn't even been needed. I'm saying CSK is stacked with depth. Same thing like DC. They're stacked with depth. And to my point, they got the most Indian players, right? When you got the most Indian players, you can play around with those international players. Bro, Mitchell Satner sitting there, all right? They've got so many international players that CSK aren't playing. Sam Curran can't even get in the side right now, all right? And it's because they're so stacked with Indian talent, and that's what other teams need to do.
CSK, they did not do too well last year. They
with the same side they struggled.
Changes, right?
Right.
And now they're doing great this year. So you're not always going to fix it in the auction.
I think two things happen, and I can point those two things out right now. One, they had no Reina, right? No Sarias Reina. And two, last year they had the Australian batsman that was really Shane Watson, who had a couple of big games, but would give away his wicket far too often. He's in an opening partnership with Fav, which now, again, once Quad got in there at the end, remember, CSK rolled off 3 straight 50s from him, 2 wins at the end of the season. Matter of fact, no, they won 3 straight at the end of the season because they won all their games in the UAE. So the last 3 games in the UAE. So it matters that opening partnership has to establish and last through the power play. They have to put up a good amount of runs. And I know this is going to be blasphemous. I'm going to get Australian fans killing me in here. It's okay. I'm a fan of Australian. But look at CSK after Shane Watson got pulled from the opening partnership and they put in Rotterdam Gayquad. 3 straight 50s for Gayquad, 3 straight wins for CSK. Just saying. Yeah. So that's what changed.
Facts. I appreciate this light. He came back with some suggestions. He said, hey, Super Chat doesn't allow too many characters. He gets suggestions on using the white font, dropping the shadow, and using the team captions instead of the team logos. Appreciate that. I do the shadow just because, it's easier to see, have it stand out, but I appreciate that. And then he comes back with a Super Chat. Appreciate another Super Chat. He says, check out my last chat, which I just did. Also, not hating on Nick, just had a suggestion, but there are character limits. Absolutely. Everything I say is tongue-in-cheek. Unless we're talking about 36 all out, then I'm really mad about that kind of stuff. But I appreciate the Super Chat immensely and the suggestions. That's what I'm talking about. That's how it's done.
Did I say Sirius Reina? I said Suresh Reina, didn't I?
Suresh. It is actually pronounced Suresh.
Suresh Reina? I need some classes from Varun. Now I'm really going to bother him. Don't give me your number because I think they got your private number. I'll be hitting you up. How do I pronounce this name again? Hold on. I'll have you on the phone for an hour. And before we even get to anything, I'll tell you like 18 stories.
Gabe, I'm actually surprised that with the pronunciations because I grew up in California, a lot of Spanish speakers in California. I am horrible at pronunciation. And I don't know if it's just like a weakness of mine or I just need to study the language more. But when it comes to pronunciation of Spanish words, I am garbage at it, which is why I'm garbage at Indian words as well. But I think Spanish is one of the toughest things to pronounce with certain things. So I would have thought like that ability would have translated, but obviously it doesn't. It's just about learning the language, being exposed to it more and more, and being able to pronounce those vowel consonants or whatever are in there.
And writing Indian names in English doesn't help because same spelling same letters that you use may be pronounced differently depend on the name. So that's a disadvantage that you guys have because you see the name in English, right? So
right.
And I'm really impressed honestly with our audience from both channels, how patient. No one really gives us a hard time about that because if it was me, I'd be like, man, these guys can't say the name correctly. What's wrong with them?
Okay, I'm done with Han. This one I am gonna ask you, Varun. He says, Gabe, you're aiming too high. First, work on, isn't it not the Rahin? The J should not be Jin. It's not the Rahin, right?
I love his reaction. That was awesome.
No, is that wrong?
No, it's wrong. It's Natarajan.
Natarajan. All right, Natarajan.
Bye, Han. Natarajan.
Natarajan. Okay. All right, I get it. Natarajan. Fine, Han. You were right for once.
Gabe, tell him why you didn't say the J, though. Tell him why you didn't say the J.
Well, because in Spanish, when you got the J, it's, you know what I mean? Like an H almost. So I thought it was Natarajan. And sometimes Hindi words actually pronounce syllables like Spanish. So I thought it would have been Natarajan, but that's my bad. That's my bad for assuming. Again, the toughest part too is that, by the way, announcers pronounce names wrong. Because I'll listen to the announcers and Holding. All these guys sometimes pronounce names incorrectly. Just saying. And talking about announcers, can we all please send an anger letter to the IPL? Okay, fine. Disney came in and bought out Hotstar, but I need the dugout view. I enjoy the dugout view. I want my Wicked Alert. I want my Big Over Alert. Those guys were the best part of the broadcast. Disney, hire these guys because this is unacceptable on ESPN Plus. I'm disgusted.
Yeah, I don't know why Disney did that because both Star and ESPN both belongs to Disney. Hotstar is part of the Star network, so it is already Disney's property. So yeah, maybe they want people from US to
I'm telling you, there's one of two things. One, the dugout view is there and someone forgot to push the button on so that we can listen to them and they don't know. Or two, they're just like, no, we don't want to spend money on that, so goodbye. Because those guys are under contract, are they not? They got to be under contract.
And those guys
are getting paid to sit at home. So I don't know. Maybe, and I was going to ask, but obviously it's not. I was going to say, is India, do you guys get the dugout view? But obviously not, because you don't have it either.
No, we don't get dugout view.
Oh, the dugout view was so much fun, man, because they were actually cricket analysts. Here's what it is. Dugout view was a combination of CFA Nation, so me and Nick, but then throw in some Ozjod. So actual cricket analysis, but then they were so fun. I remember last year when the Universe Boss first finally got back in the game and hit the 50 and he held the bat upside down. They're like, oh, he's been out so long, he forgot which way the bat's held. They were just cracking up, man, and it was out of control. You know what I'm saying?
That they get it.
Yeah.
They say they do have the dugout view.
We will get in TV some channels. We in Star Sports we have more than one channel. Star Sports 1, 2, 3. So one of the channel get dugout view, but in Hotstar app I don't think we get dugout view. We will get as we get in the TV ads and normal commentary. Maybe there is something I did not look at, but I only saw dugout in TV, one of the channels.
I'm going to try this out. He says, can you say this without pronouncing the last word wrong? His Holiness helpfully hands her Highness huge handfuls of healthy herbs. Ooh, I didn't fall for it.
Ooh, really nice. Really nice there, Nick. I'm not even going to try. What are you kidding me? You guys think I mispronounce Indian names? I mispronounce English so all the time. And again, Spanish is my first language, but that's not an excuse because I also mispronounce Spanish all the time. You know what it is, Nick?
I don't even want to say it.
Here's a moment of clarity. This is true honesty here, CFA Nation, okay? This is a Dear Diary moment, okay? My mouth moves faster than my brain thinks, okay? So my brain can't catch up with my mouth. Okay? That's what happens. And that's why the words come out jumbled. Honestly, is what happens. But
I believe it, man. I can see that.
Good call. Oh, Renil wants me to try out.
Crazy. Sorry, Gabe. 25 after 7 overs.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
Yeah.
all right, Gabe and Nick, I have to go. I did not have my dinner, so I'll have dinner.
Varun.
So, yeah.
You're not hangry
Thank
either.
you
That's
so
crazy.
Yeah.
Varun, it was a pleasure to hang out with you. I know Nick interacts with you a lot more on Twitter.
Unfortunately, you have to.
Not on Twitter, on not on Twitter, on what do you call it, Instagram or whatnot. But hit me up on Twitter. I have conversations with people all the time. Now that CFA is gonna say you haven't responded to me, I get there when I get there. I'm not as good as Nick. I know what to tell you guys. All right, I forget those notifications. But with that being said, man, it was awesome having you on. A lot of fun. Thank you for what you've done for the channel. Honestly, we do appreciate it. Thank you for what not just being a viewer and subscriber, but really a contributor to the channel. And send Nick, if he doesn't already have it, don't say it online though, because you'll get, Han might send you something, but send Nick the address or whatever, man, so we can send you a CFA swag bag, you know what I'm saying? All that good stuff. But so much love. Yes, I know it's India. It'll get there. I got you covered. But dude, thanks so much. And I apologize if I talked over you several times, but ask Nick. It happens all the time.
No, Babe, you are good. We love you for what for your passion, the way you talk. So no hate there. Thank you so much, Nick, and thank you, Gabe. Thank you, CFA Nation, for bearing with me. Thank you.
Varun, you did fantastic. Long overdue. Finally, great to see you, to meet you. And honestly, I love the message on Instagram. Keep it going. Does not bother me whatsoever. I asked months ago for some help. Can you guys please give me suggestions? And that's when you started. You answered the call, and it really helps us out. Born Reviews would not be where it's at without your help, honestly. So thank you so much. Thanks for being with us today. You were an excellent guest, and we will be welcoming you back in the future. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. I'll definitely be there. Thank you, everyone. Bye. See you.
All right.
Later, brother.
Later.
Get yourself some biryani.
Ooh. Han says, why does Gabe throw shade at me? Ask Nick. I send good stuff. That's right. Ask Nick. Where's my Gabe package?
No. Don't even start that. Don't even start that right now.
I'm joking.
Listen, and this is going to turn to a compliment for Gabe. Yes, Han, the stuff you sent, absolutely amazing. The first video we did on Born Reviews is still doing very, very well for our standards. So excellent stuff you bring. I got the baseball book. It's never too far away, my friend, right here. The stuff you send, we really, really appreciate it. and Gabe would have been, there gets Bishnoi, he gets himself a wicket. Gabe would have been on those videos, but my man took his health first. He took his health first, and he says, I'm on a diet right now. I can't eat that kind of stuff, but we definitely had him scheduled to be on there. And how come I can't get any love from my man Gabe? This guy's been putting work. This guy's been changing his shirt size like every other week. Like, I got to get something smaller and smaller. Send him some love for all the hard work he's done.
Yeah, put it in work, man. You know what happened, guys? So went to the doctors. He's always talking about, this, blood pressure, that, all kinds of stuff. Whatever. I'll live. I'm Hispanic. I don't expect, more than 60, maybe 65. I mean, something's going to get me, okay? But my daughter turned 15. And I had some young Thundercats, Nick, trying to talk about, can she come to the dance? So I had to get back in boxing shape, bro, because these young Thundercats want to come by here. Is Alea home? No, she's not, cousin. Get out of here. So I had to, just in case, bro. You know what I mean? When you got a 15-year-old daughter, it's a different ball game, all right? So I had to get back in fighting shape just to let these young Thundercats know, bro, I will rock your snap box, all right? You treat my daughter right. Just saying.
You're out of control. Some humility from Gabe. I don't know what's going on here. How was Bishnoi not in the side last time? This guy is an animal. They were showing some amazing catches he's had in the field. This guy gets himself some wickets. If I would have realized he was on the squad, I would have picked him up 100%.
Bro,
oh, man.
32, Nick, for 3. This is, and again, I don't want to besmirch the name of Varun, so I'm not going to attack his team while he's not here. Okay, I will be honorable. But this team is trash. Blow it all up. All right. At the draft, it's so bad.
He said he roots for him by default. Now, those weren't his words. But he's a smart man. He's a Mumbai and RCB fan. How dare I say the name?
I root for the Knicks by default. You think it still doesn't hurt when they lose? It still hurts all the same. Okay?
But you wear the merch. You have the tattoos.
I do. It's embarrassing. All right,
spam, please. This is crazy. This is insane. Low scoring match. I was suggesting to Varun, from what I've seen in the past, they might get 58 in the power play. But then, luckily, I saved myself, or maybe he saved me and said, hey, they lose 2 wickets, so they're going to score super slow. 33 off 3. They're not even trying right now. This team makes me feel better about the team that should not be named. You got Saha still in there, but 15 off 17. And you got some guy, I missed the name because it just went away. But this is just absolutely horrible. There we go. Kadar Yadav. Sorry, I did the silent J as well.
Man, I'm watching this right now, bro. And it looks like to me, yes, the pitch is slow for sure. Okay, the ball is turning. But then again, these are also Indian batsmen in right now, right? They're supposed to be able to play spin. Kadar Yadav is an Indian batsman. Saha is an Indian wicketkeeper. They don't know how to play spin. They don't. I mean, I don't know what to say. And yes, I love bowling, but I want it to be competitive. This doesn't even look competitive. These guys are going to get bowled out in the 15th over. I thought they were going to win in the 15th over. No, they're going to get bowled out before the 15th over. Jeez.
Dave, I'll be back in 2 seconds. Gotta get a prop real quick.
Go ahead, do what you got to do. I mean, tell me I'm wrong in the chat. Tell me I'm wrong in the chat. Yes, I thought Punjab had no chance putting up 125. 120. Are you serious? Oh, could they reach 250 overs? I don't know. Yadav is a legend. He's playing T20. Wow, not Test. And, there's a shot. But looks like it's only going to be 2. Got a super chat. Biggs, I'll wait till Nick gets here so that he can read that. Or I'll put it up, though, so we don't lose it. Boomer, how on earth is this team worse than Rajasthan Royals? I love Rajasthan Royals. They're still in contention for 4th place. But look at SRH with their much better team do this poorly. Sometimes it's also team chemistry. You know what I mean? That's why this is going to sound blasphemous. But, okay, do you want to bring back David Warner or Kane Williamson? Because these guys are captain and vice captain, no? or have been both captains. Like, look at what they're at. I mean, is it time to just move on? I mean, look at how, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's so tough. And I don't want to keep beating up a team that's already down, but man, it's really rough. It's really rough. Manish Pandey was fined $40,000 for using saliva on the ball in the first inning while taking the catch. COVID-19 protocol.
Are you kidding me? There's a lot of Manish Pandey. There's people saying that he announced retirement mid-match. There's a lot of hate for him right now.
He's played.
Super chat. Let me get to my props real quick. Because Han Solo said, I saw bubblegum flavored drumstick squashies today. Look what Daddy already has, baby. Bubblegum flavor squashies. You know I already have it. The wife absolutely loves the squashies, so I ordered them off Amazon. I saw that, had to have it. And then also, real quick, speaking of Han and his gifts, I always have my supply of a double-decker around. They're my favorite candy bar. So I'm just saying, I saw that, it got me excited because I had this right in my room.
My man was having a double-decker the other day at school for snack time.
Gabe's like, how dare you not be healthy?
You know what I'm saying? Biggs says, Nick, I will send you an article on to Instagram. So that was a super chat we missed. Awesome. But thank you for the super chat, Biggs. Much appreciated. It's very interesting, like I said, what's going on with this game right now. And yes, I love good bowling, but I also think it's bad batting, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying, Nick? And these guys just, I don't know what to tell you. They're supposed to be able to take on spin. They're not. And again, Bishnoi, spinner, you know what I'm saying? Took a wicket, a huge wicket. Well, I mean, I wouldn't even consider it a huge wicket. The biggest wicket was obviously David Warner. That set the match up, really. You know what I'm saying? And Shami got him. He's a pacer. So they can't play pace or spin right now. This is just insane. This is insane, man. You almost feel bad for Sunrisers and Sunriser fans, but I think that this just should make you feel better about the prospects of RCB still staying in it, Nick, because from what you saw today, do the Royals look like they're going to make it? No, not even a little.
I'm telling you, it's CSK, it's KKR, and yes, I'm jumping on that bandwagon early, and it's everyone else. Oh, I'm sorry, DC. Of course, DC's there. They've qualified. They're a lock. I'm talking about those who can contend with DC. CSK, KKR, and everyone else. There's a huge separation. It's like Billy Bean's line, right? 50 foot of crap, and then us. Like those are the other 5 teams in the IPL. It's crazy.
And I mean, I think that honestly, between Mumbai and RCB, I don't know who has a better shot of getting in. Like, if you look at the points table right now, you're probably like, oh, well, but I don't know. You got to look at their schedule. As a matter of fact, Nick, let's schedule watch right now, because I think that's one thing people don't do enough of. And we do this in the NFL, right? We do this in the NFL. We look at the schedule ahead to see, okay, well, I know this team is bad, so that should be a win. And we try to figure out that way who's probably going to make it. So let's have a little fun. This is a little experiment here. So, Nick, as I pull this up, as far as the table and remaining schedule, you can go ahead and
Okay, let me just answer this comment real quick while you're pulling it up. Han, I know you had sent something and there was a confusion because I had it sent to my school. I thought it got sent back to you. You're telling me it vanished? I saw your, oh, wow. I'm going to have to figure this out because I know you sent me a message about something. I thought it got sent. I am so sorry. Wow. That makes me feel really bad. I thought for sure it got sent back to you. Anyway, sorry. I probably shouldn't say that on the stream right now, but I feel really bad.
Yeah, as do I, Han. Yeah, let's try to figure that out, Nick. CSK basically needs one more win to get 16 points and qualify. All right. Probably 2 more wins for RCB, gets them at 14. They may qualify. KKR is actually at 8. So KKR is in 4th place right now. Believe it or not, trailing RCB. So let's look at the rest of the schedule for the remaining 2021 schedule, okay? You're going to have, where are we? Today's the 21st. So tomorrow you got Wait, no, that can't be right. That's Sunday. Oh, that was the first games. That was the first games, right?
I made that mistake too. They go from the very first game, so you gotta go.
Okay,
down.
so here we go. So tomorrow we have Chennai versus Kolkata. That's gonna be tough, man. Chennai could qualify tomorrow and win, but that's probably gonna be a win for Chennai, loss for Kolkata. That's how I'm gonna call it. All right. So Kolkata has a loss there, in my opinion. RCB versus Mumbai Indian. Nick, I'll let you choose. Who do you take right there tomorrow's game?
I have no faith in the team that should not be named.
No faith in the team that should not be named.
Faith.
So Mumbai Indians get to win there, and so now that bottom three is still muddy. All right.
Can you write this stuff down here because I want to see if we can predict this. Because no offense, the match is still going on, but come on, let's be serious. It's 41 for 3. Not even the 10th over is done yet. All right, so let me just write this down. I'm going to put a tally mark next to each of these names. So Mumbai's got to win. Keep going.
Mumbai's got to win. CSK gets qualified tomorrow with the win. That gives Kolkata a loss, and that gives RCB another loss. All right. After that, we have on Monday, Hyderabad and Rajasthan Royals. Oh my gosh, it's. I guess I'm taking the Royals in that one. So the Royals will get a win. Sunrisers go 4-1-9. Kolkata versus DC Capitals. DC wins that game. That's brutal. So now Kolkata.
I'm going to go with the shocker. I would think KKR, but I'm just writing down what you're saying.
So that's another loss for Kolkata. Mumbai Indians, Punjab Kings. Mumbai is going to beat Punjab Kings, so Mumbai gets another win. So that's 2 more wins from Mumbai from today.
I think they've lost to the Kings like the last 3 times they played them. I'm just saying.
Are they going to lose to this Kings? Really? But 25?
I think so.
All right.
They're struggling, man. They're struggling.
Rajasthan Royals, RCB. RCB wins that game. Sunriser, Hyderabad versus Chennai. Come on. I'm not even going to. Come on. Really. So,
that would be so glorious.
Seriously. Kolkata versus Punjab Kings. You're going to go with Kolkata there, so they get another win. Mumbai Indians versus Delhi Capitals. Delhi Capitals takes that win. Rajasthan Royals versus CSK. CSK is basically in the playoffs, basically, is what we're saying. There's no way they lose all these games. Rajasthan Royals versus Chennai. I just said that. Royals get Bangalore. Your Royal Challengers Bangalore gets Punjab Kings again in Sharjah, so that's a win for them.
I can see them winning that one more than I can see Mumbai, because some reason they just have Mumbai's number. I'm not sure what it is.
Kolkata gets Sunrisers, so they're going to beat Sunrisers. Delhi gets CSK. Delhi wins that. Rajasthan Royals, Mumbai Indians. Mumbai Indians should beat Rajasthan. The Royals also get Hyderabad. That's another win for the Royals.
Hold on. You said the Royals are going to beat who?
Hyderabad.
SRH? Okay.
Royal Challengers will beat Hyderabad we're at August. We're on October 21st here. Then Chennai will beat Punjab Kings. Kolkata will beat Rajasthan Royals. Mumbai Indians get the Sunrisers on Friday, the last match, one of the last matches, and then RCB Delhi Capitals. That may knock RCB out because their last game is against the Delhi Capitals. So what did you got the tally at so far?
If I got this correctly, that means Mumbai, RCB, Kings, and Capitals only have 4 matches left, and the other teams have 5. If I did that correctly. But that means, let's look at the points table now. I got to look at it too.
Look at Boomer. Boomer says, no, Rajasthan Royals will beat KKR. Laugh out loud. Who am I kidding?
Gotta love Boomer. All right. So Mumbai, that would give him to 3 more wins according to yours. So that would get him to 7 wins and one more loss. 9. So they should have 5 more matches. I missed something there. But 3 wins. So that gets them to 14 points. Okay. So let me just write that here. 14 points. RCB, you got them getting 2 wins. That puts them to 14 points. But they're going to have a worse net run rate than basically any other team.
Right.
CSK, they've qualified. KKR, that gets them to 7. That gets them to 14 points. Oh, wow. That's really interesting. Rajasthan, that gets them to only 12 points.
They're out.
You got SRH and Kings losing every match here on out.
They're that bad.
And then the Delhi Capitals are gangbusters with like 24 points according to you. Jeez Louise. You have DC running away. CSK, you got with 4 wins. That would put them at 22 points. So you're talking about having DC, CSK, like I said, right? They're right up there. But then you have KKR. I must have missed something because you have KKR winning 3 out of the 5. That puts them in a 3-way tie with Mumbai, RCB. So one of those 3 teams is going to be out based on net run rate, according to you.
Right.
And you just chose the favorite, so I understand. Right now, RCB by far has the worst net run rate. Mumbai's not too far behind. KKR has the best net run rate. So by your RCB would be out, Mumbai would be in.
Right.
If I'm doing this correctly.
And I get it. The favorites aren't going to win, but you figure that it's going to at least break even. So let's say RCB might lose one of those games, but so will KKR along the way. So will Mumbai Indians along the way. So you figure if it parries out that way, then they'll all still end up with roughly the same record, and it's going to come back to your point to net run rate. And that's what it came down to last year, wasn't it? Sunrisers got in because of net run rate. Yep. So there we go.
Jiteth says that Nick, Gabe, Rajasthan has the best record against Mumbai, better than any other team. That's unfortunate. But can someone confirm, hasn't the Kings 11 beat Mumbai like 2 of the last 3 times in a row? I want to say they have. And it's so frustrating because they play their best matches against Mumbai.
Sajid Ali says, haven't seen in history IPL team getting 24 points, Gabe. All right, can I read you the schedule again? You tell me who's going to beat DC. No, I'm serious.
Some salt.
Wait, bro, let me just go to DC's right now, and you tell me who's going to beat DC, especially as bad as these teams have looked today. It's not like they're playing Chennai the entire time.
But
they might lose to
You're
Chennai.
talking to someone who, because I'm a fan of so many loser teams, you're talking to someone that knows on any given day, right? Any team can lose. Well, go ahead, give me the matchups. Give me the matchups, and I'll tell you where I think there could be a loss. I'll be honest.
So tomorrow, no, DC doesn't play tomorrow. Let's just look at DC schedule, right? Because I went through everybody else's schedule. So, okay, Delhi Capitals' next game is against Kolkata Knight Riders. I would love Kolkata to win, but are you confident that they're going to beat DC Capitals?
Listen, DC put up a 150-something today against Rajasthan, right?
153, yeah.
Not a super impressive score, but an okay score. And they were playing against Rajasthan team. From what we've seen from KKR the last 2 matches, you don't think they can compete with that? I'm just saying. That might have been a bad match because you had your openers do nothing for you for DC, but I'm just saying it's possible. Right? Okay. KKR's a tough squad.
You're a Mumbai fan. All right. Delhi Capitals versus the Mumbai Indians. Remember, Delhi Capitals actually beat them once in the playoffs, but then they got to play the second time because of the, Delhi Capitals
I think Mumbai's got DC's numbers, but Mumbai's a different, I'm telling you.
It's a different team this year.
Mumbai's a different team this year. They're not nearly as good. So I can see DC winning that. Yeah. I can see Mumbai win. Of course, they have a chance, but I think that the favorites is DC in that matchup.
I think the biggest chance for a DC loss here, in my opinion, is Chennai, because then after that, bro, it's
so there you go. You got 3, but they got 3 out of 4 team matchups against the possibly the playoff teams, right?
Yeah, against the top, right.
And you have them winning all 3 of them. And I'm shocked. I'm impressed. I'm shocked that you didn't have CSK winning that matchup. I don't see DC winning all out, but let's think about that for a second. If they do, highest points ever.
Dude.
And if they don't win it, that'd be rough.
That's how deep they are. But we said it last year. Remember, Nick gets credit because Nick did say, hey, I see KKR this year going.
Later, Han. Thanks, buddy.
Later, Han. Thanks for hanging out with us. In our preseason preview, which he found the clip and put it in one of our most recent R3 wickets, Nick did say, I like Kolkata this year to win it all. I just got a gut feeling they're deep. But the year before that, when we were talking and picking our teams, I said, hey, DC is the deepest team. I think they're the dark horse to win it all. And they made it all the way to against the Mumbai Indians last year. Now, this isn't, to your point, the same Mumbai Indians as last year. Who's going to stop this DC team? Bro, they went from having Steve Smith to Sarayas Iyer. That's a huge upgrade as far as the IPL is concerned, okay? I mean, the layoff only helped that team, in my opinion. Okay, they got better while other teams got worse and lost players. Bro, I wish I could say that if it wasn't because DC was so deep, I'd say CSK is going to win for sure this year. But DC is just so deep. It's tough. It is tough.
But listen, this is what it's going to come down to between, and that's going to be a big match, DC CSK. This is what's going to come down to in that match, because you have the talent on both sides. You probably tip the scales to DC a little more as far as talent goes, but CSK, Dhoni, it's captain versus captain, Dhoni versus Pont. I love Pont.
Dhoni.
I'm on that ship forever.
Dhoni's
gonna, and what is it? It's just coaching always outdoes coaching when you have two good squads.
Right.
So I appreciate your humility. I'm shocked by it. I need a safe word now because the real Gabe is locked up somewhere. But I mean, I think.
Do you not like lemons as our safe word? I like lemons as our safe word. So,
but I don't need you to say it. I need the real Gabe to say it. SRH will beat DC according to Varun. Take some crazy pills.
Varun's my man.
Whatever you just ate, Varun, made you crazy, my friend. But I love it.
What was in that biryani? Oh man!
Seriously. Please
explain how on earth Manish Pandey is still able to get an IPL deal. Oh man, guys, it's bad. It's all bad, man. It's tough.
This is crazy.
The sad
for 3.
Yeah,
and my man Prar can't get himself a wicket. You're killing me. My vice captain.
Nick, the saddest part is that the Saha, which is the backup wicketkeeper, is their highest runs. When you got a team with David Warner, Kane Williamson, and Manish Pandey on there, and Saha is your leading scorer, oh, that's so bad.
He's been in there the entire innings. This is how bad it is. The Kings put up 125. 125 at Sharjah. And SRH needs like 70 runs on 40 balls.
Oh man. That's just they've got wicket in hand though. They've got wickets in hand. All right. They've got wickets in hand.
Oh, Bishnoi. He says, I got your wicket in hand, baby. Bye, Yadav.
Kedar Yadav just got bowled clean. Get out of here. I like Bishnoi as a youngster, bro.
I love Bishnoi, but I'm hating the fact that I didn't see he was on the squad today and I didn't take him. But again, I had like 7 seconds.
And I'm telling you, his run-up is what makes his action so deceivable because he kind of does this zigzag action as he's got his run-up. So batter's eyes got to be doing this, and he just, boom.
He's got the youngster passion, too. I love it.
Yeah,
I thought we were going to be able to get home early today, right? It's Saturday. Got a million things to do. SRH said, nope, you're staying there the entire time, pal.
Nope. Okay. This is just a troll, and you don't even believe this, all right? But Dave says Kadir Yadav is better than Kohli.
I love this guy. Harish Sakesh, you're my new favorite. I love that comment. That has got to take some stones to use that kind of trolling action right there.
Not Yadav. Yadav, Gabe. What else is new? I mispronounced something else. Peter's behind.
If that's the worst thing about you, it's not too bad.
Exactly. CSK is a better team than DC. Vipul, I hope you're right. I think they're both equally deep. And what CSK does have in the coffers is they've got Sam Curran. I mean, they've got a lot of guys in the coffers, man. But we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens.
Dude, he hit that ball right at the wicket. Love it.
Man. I would love to see Gabe at an IPL auction table. Would be so fun. Oh, bro, I'd lose my mind.
Can I at least be in the crowd? Can you give me a ticket? Would that be okay?
Listen, me and Pretty Zinta will let you sit there as long as you promise not to pick up the paddle. As long as you promise not to pick up the paddle.
And then she turns to you. She says, no, I told you can't pick up the paddle.
She'll be trying to wrestle away from me. Wait, we really want him. Spending all her money. All of it.
It's just like they're like Pretty Zinta. Why does your consultant wearing a CSK hat right now? What is this guy? And why is he wearing the competition's merch?
Americans, what are you doing to us?
Like, what can I say? Here in Punjab, we're desperate.
They should say they did it for free. They did it for free.
Exactly. The price was right.
Right. They consulted for free. Oh man.
They said the only thing they wanted was some biryani from Hyderabad. I can make that happen.
I can make that happen.
Plum, right?
That's Plum, bro. He's gone. He's gone.
The original decision was not out. How do you feel about that? Oh, it's outside impact. I'm always horrible about that. Whatever.
Bro, that's gonna turn much more in, and it's gonna take those wickets. I hate that outside impact. Yeah, DC has a lower batting weakness. That's what I think. I think the DC's bowling is much better, but I think CSK's batting is much deeper. And we saw that. When you lose your middle order, okay, 1 to injury, 2 wickets go immediately, and literally, do you know that the last game?
I don't think their batting's deeper. I just think the captaincy is by far and away.
Bro,
who do you have? Because no offense, and Dhoni doesn't need to do too much, but you can't tell me Dhoni's like one of the best middle order guys in this IPL.
Bro, Jadeja didn't even bat yesterday. He didn't even bat yesterday.
Jadeja in the IPL, we have not seen him in a season and a half tear the cover off the ball, right?
He doesn't get many opportunities because he comes in so late. That's what I'm saying. If you look at our team, as far as batting is concerned, right? The top 4, Gaikwad, Faf, Reina, and
oh my gosh.
Well, actually,
another wicket from the universe.
Wow.
Tell me he can't field. Now that was an easy one, but he still caught it.
Oh, Bishnoi. Oh, Bishnoi. Is the youngster gonna go for 3? Oh, is he gonna go for 3? So you got what's his name? Moeen Ali, right? Then after Moeen Ali, you got Reina coming in at 4. Dhoni can put himself at 5 if he wants to at times, but Dhoni, then you also have
I'm talking about 5, 6, 7. I'm not talking about 3 or 4. And they have Moeen Ali at 3.
Yeah, Moeen Ali at 3. At 4, you got Reina. At Ambatu Raidu, Dhoni. What's the boy's name?
But this is the thing. I'm talking about
Dwayne Bravo.
Not guys that can bat, right? I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about guys' past experience. I'm just saying. Faf, Gaikwad, Ali, are your main. Reina, Rayudu haven't even had to do too much this year, right?
They really haven't. Reina did last game. They needed him to. He did last game. That's what I'm saying. They are so deep. It's insane as far as the batting is, but the bowling is so good for. Rabada, he's an animal, bro. Norkia, he's an animal, bro. They've got Axar Patel who can bowl. He got wickets today. That's the thing. They're deep. Their bowling is so deep. So it's going to be really good between the two of them. I'm interested to watch that match. It may be a preview of the championship match. And man, I wanted Bishnoi to get himself another wicket there. Didn't get it. Yeah, Sam Curran can't even get in the side. Sam Curran was one of the best players for CSK last year. This year, he's on the side with his brother Tom. He's like, this is what it feels like? Because, Tom Curran don't ever get to get in the side. He's like,
let me ask you how you feel about that, because it's not like Josh Hazelwood is getting wickets after wickets after wickets, right? So, I guess he's the guy that's taking Curran's spot. Is Curran even there? Is he there in the UAE?
Yeah, I'm sure he's there because they just said that he wasn't inside. It would say unavailable.
They were so low with him last year. What's the change?
The change is that this year they got Moeen Ali. He's really taken that place, and because his bat is more consistent, they put him at 3, and he's delivered every single time that he's at 3. So Moeen Ali,
saying Sam Curran or Hazelwood, right?
It would actually be Sam Curran or Moeen Ali or Sam Curran or Bravo. And how do you pull Bravo when he just won a CPL championship and the guy in the depth's amazing? Hazelwood is actually not replacing Sam Curran. Hazelwood is replacing as their top line spinner.
I'm talking overseas players. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Hazelwood's actually replacing Ngidi, not Sam Curran.
Well, Sam Curran's a pace bowler, correct?
but he doesn't got the kind of pace that Ngidi and
I'm not saying that he has the kind of pace they have. I'm saying
that you could play him. I
just don't understand because Hazelwood is not going crazy right now. Is what I'm saying. He's not sitting there saying, "I'm demanding that you don't take me." Yeah, exactly. I think Sam Curran would replace Josh Hazelwood.
The village agrees with you, Nick. The village agrees with you.
The fantasy meister does.
Oh, the village agrees with you. But that's what I'm saying. This team is so deep. They have so many different options, especially with the batting. Bowling again, I think DC has a deep roster, so it's going to be really good. But right here, you got Jason Holder, who was out of form in the CPL, to be honest. He's been out of form for a little bit, but man, bro, he's been so good in the IPL. And he's going to be one of those names that may slip through the cracks, and I wouldn't mind as an all-rounder CSK scooping him up late, though. You know what I'm saying? Scooping him up late. Because I don't think we retain Moeen Ali, and you saw what Moeen Ali went for this year, bro. All these all-rounders went for a boatload this year. I don't think that, we may have to let him go. And I like Moeen Ali, but we might have to let him go because he's going to go for big money. He may go for Glenn Maxwell money, man. Like, oh, my gosh, really?
You're going to let him go after the way he's performed for you this season?
Are you? Okay. Dhoni can't go anywhere. Neither can Gaikwad because he's going to get scooped. And again, it's one of the situations you got to build with your Indian core.
You're talking about retain.
Retain.
I didn't hear that first part. That's my bad.
Retain. I mean, of course you want to try and bring him back in the auction, but bro, there's going to be people with big money out there that
I was hearing something else. My bad.
That's why I can't wait for the auction. Do you remember how people lost their minds for Glenn Maxwell? At one point, I thought CSK had him, and then no, RCB
Don't remind me, okay? Dang. Don't remind me. The team that shall not be named. Gosh. And it was, don't forget, I think it was your team too, right? It was CSK and RCB going.
We were battling. Jadeja will be retained. So who are you not retaining? Gaikwad?
No, because
Dhoni?
Because I would say not Gaikwad because he's so cheap, he's so young that you don't want to have to pay him the required amount of crores. They'll still get him to come back. They'll still pay for him. I don't know.
Bro, that could be dangerous. An opening batsman that's young like that.
It's all about the money, but you know that. You've been a sports fan for a long time. Come on.
This person here says Dhoni, Jadeja, and Gaikwad will be retained. So that means they're going with no bowlers. You're going into the auction with no bowlers, and you got to get all bowlers there. Wow.
Barath, you were just agreeing with me. Don't do it, okay? I don't want to hear how awesome Hello CSK Nation was. Yes, that was clever. I'll give that to him, but that made me almost throw up. Okay, that made me almost throw up.
Oh, man. I was feeling myself after that CSK victory. I can't not lie. Here goes Bishnoi. Look at his action. I love how he tricks the batsman because he's just moving almost like snake-like. You know what I mean? Slithering, sliding forward.
How do you not have him in I keep saying that, the last match. Like, why is we got to drop Bishnoi? Why?
There was no reason for it. I do not understand.
He's got so much fire as a young kid. I love it.
Yeah, Bishnoi should always be a part of the side.
There's a 6 by Holder. There you go, Varun.
Holder. His captain, right? I think Bishnoi should always be his vice captain. Bishnoi should always be a part of the side, Nick, along with it's tough, man. But you gotta go with in my opinion, the universe boss needs to be in there along with Argawal, KL Rahul. I mean, those are some of your most and Mohammad Shami. Those are like your most Arshdeep Singh. I was gonna say those are your most consistent guys.
Gaikwad is capped. Did he play for the international side? Maybe
no.
Prediction. Maybe you're making a prediction.
Gaikwad can't be a cap player. Yeah, he's
uncapped on Dream 11. Maybe that. Did he play in that tour in Sri Lanka?
So wait,
he did.
You have to play either on the international side, right? Or you have to have played in the IPL for 3 years, which he hasn't.
Yeah, he's
right.
Uncapped.
So no, he's uncapped. He has to be uncapped. Has to be.
They say yes, he played in Sri Lanka.
Did he? Oh, please, no, guy. Oh, CSK's. Bro, he's gonna cost big money.
Did he actually? Oh, I gotta look at those stats. Did he actually play, or was he just on the side? Wow.
Pull it up, Nick. That sucks for CSK. I mean, I'm just thinking about next year. Like, no. Last year they said Bishnoi had disciplinary issues. Let's talk about these.
Sorry, real quick. He had 2 matches in T20Is.
Oh, man.
35 runs. His highest score was 21.
Great.
Nice.
Great. That's not good. Dude, CSK is in trouble now. Now he's going to cost
Jason Holder.
Another one.
The only thing that's good for Varun is the fact that his vice captain got in there.
Renil, it looks like our boy Jason Holder found his stroke out here in the IPL. Back in form.
You know what's crazy is with those 2 sixes, there's still 45 runs off 29 balls, but they actually have a shot still to win this.
They absolutely do. If Jason Holder keeps playing like
he's
this,
the biggest wicket right now. Saha still in there. Oh! Don't get caught. Oh, there's 6. Oh my
Wow!
gosh.
Wow!
He's turned into Pollard. He's turned into Yuvraj. He's turned into the American that got 6 sixes.
What just happened? Jason Holder said, "Not on my watch." It just got interesting, people. It went from like 70 on 40 something runs to now 45 on 29 balls. This is wow.
Gabe, give your call. Look at the chat. Give your call.
Ooh, should I do it?
Do it.
Should I do it? I cannot do it. I don't want to ruin it.
You lost the chance. He needed that fire. Back to back and belly to belly. Come on, man.
I don't want to jinx him. I actually want Varun to win. That's my man. You know what I'm saying? If he hits another one, I'll give you the new call. I need a new call for 3 sixes back to back.
Suplex City?
Ooh, I like that one, baby, better. Who was it that used to do the 3 suplexes? Boom.
Well,
Boom.
now it's Brock Lesnar. He'll do like 7 or 8 sometimes. Can you imagine being on the other side of that and just hitting? So I understand WWE is WWE, but your neck is hitting that pavement or that ground or whatever it is. No, thank you. Oh, no. Did he rotate to strike back?
Yep.
All right, there we go.
He's back on strike now. Oh, man, Varun, you're hanging out with Nick too much. Holder is holding the team together. Oh, my gosh.
Yes. Oh, the other good joke with that, it's not really relevant, is Holder, I hardly know her.
That's a bad one. Oh, man. Updates the score. All right, give me a second right after this. And Holder puts that through. Is that going to make it in for a 4? Yes. Nope. There's a fielder there.
Sorry, Kurt Angle.
The perfect plex. That was one of my favorite.
That was Mr. Perfect.
Oh, you're right. That was Mr. Perfect.
He would put the hand underneath the leg, and then he would go boom right into the pin.
It is 91 on 5, guys, and the game is on now. Oh, the game is on. Hey, Jason Holder said, "See, guys, this is how we do it."
Kush, don't you understand? That's the whole point. Am I confused here? The doctor says that took me a while. How dare you?
Ooh!
I didn't invent the joke. I just chose to use it.
You said I just chose
strategic timeout. The death has started.
Man, see what happens with the death. What happens with the death, guys, is that this always happens right after strategic timeout. A wicket falls, or it's a big over. So what are you gonna call, Nick? We're the new dugout view, since obviously ESPN Plus can't afford the dugout view.
You already know what I'm gonna call.
You're gonna call the big over alert. 35 runs on 24 balls is really doable, guys. Really doable. We're talking about less than 2 runs a ball here?
But we're also talking about SRH.
That's a good point. I will say
I just dropped my bottle cap.
I will say, yep, I'm gonna do it. Sorry, I apologize, SRH fans and my man Varun, but I'm calling for a wicket. They're bringing back out the young boy. Bishnoi's bowled out, so he's got 3 wickets. They're gonna bring out Arshdeep Singh. They got to. Arshdeep Singh is who they got because it's either that or Mohammed Shami, who has the lowest economy rate. But I would think they're going to say Mohammed Shami for the 18th and 20th, don't you, Nick? So who gets the 17th right now?
All I know is my man Brar is out of over. Sadly enough, did not get me a wicket.
Oh, boy. I'm calling it right now. I'm calling the wicket for... I got a wicket alert here, and Nick's got the big over alert. Let's see what happens.
Got it right there in the banner there. Gabe,
what's in the banner?
Alert, Nick, big over. The score below.
Ooh, I like it. Ooh. All right. And by the way, the views of Boring Reviews is NCFA Nation are not its own intellectual property. So big over alert and wicket alert, we did not come up with that. We're just borrowing it. It is free right use. Is that how you say it? I don't know how to,
fair use.
Preface specific. It's fair use. So please don't come after us, guys. Arshdeep Singh, who's it gonna be? Who's gonna get the over? Come on.
Should be Singh. Okay, Sonny S. Hope we don't meet in the World Cup with the West Indies.
Oh
they
my!
Can bang it. They can hit those sixes.
Oh my! Jason Holder is on the phone right now with the selection committee. Can a brother get on Lade? You sure? Can a brother get on Lade? Just saying.
Horrible.
Wicket alert! That's right. The village has spoken with me. Minatium says under copyright law number 31. Thank you, Minatium, for clarifying that.
The lawyer?
That's our guy. Every time I get in trouble, call Minatium.
Absolutely, Hari. Absolutely. 3 sixes and 4 balls has completely changed this game. I love Jason Holder.
I like this. They said, I am even more afraid of the West Indies now for the T20. Thankfully, they're in the group of death. Yes, we are.
No, go back. Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh, no! That's it! Wicket away.
Wow.
Correct.
Wicket! On a run out, but it's still a wicket.
But
who messed it up?
The one that got run out.
Who got run out? I don't care who.
Holder. I was watching it live. Holder wanted to go for 2. Saha said no, stay at 1. And Holder just he just kept going. He wasn't paying attention. Oh no, Saha
got run out.
Why was Saha not getting his stick back real quick? Yeah, they both messed up. You're absolutely right, Krishna. Why did Saha not get his stick back?
Wicket alert! I am 1-0 versus Nick. 1-0. Wicket alert versus big over alert.
That's the first time either of us got that right.
I know. Can you imagine? I know.
And
it took this game to do it. That's the game, ladies and gentlemen. Because unfortunately,
because Holder in there and Rashid Khan can't hit some sixes.
Rashid Khan better rotate the strike, bro. That's what he better do.
He can do that too.
He better rotate that strike. Let Holder absolutely rake. You're right. It's never over when my West Indies are in there.
SRH. VKC. Good question. Where is cricket ranked in our top sports? I'm telling you right now, I watch probably more cricket than any other sport, right? I've been watching a whole lot all year long. Now, I've been watching a lot of NFL since it started and MLB since the season was going, but all year long we've been watching cricket. But for me, it would take, I'm telling you, it would take years. And I'm never going to lie to you guys. I'm not just going to tell you what I think you want to hear. I got MLB number 1. I got NFL number 2. And I got cricket number 3. But cricket and NFL are closer and closer. I love the NFL. I love fantasy football. I love watching. I get so hyped up. Even though my Chargers suck, I get so hyped up to watch a live Chargers game that I get for even a cricket match. The thing with cricket that makes it different and so unique is that we get to enjoy it with you guys. We get to watch with you guys. We get to interact with you guys. I don't have a lot of people interact when I'm watching a football game, right? So, but that's still my list, and I'm sticking to it.
For me, for sure. You know what's funny? You're going to say, what about the NBA? I have lost more and more interest in the NBA, not because my Knicks are bad, okay?
Absolutely.
Not because my Knicks are bad, because it's just because the NBA is so predictable. A handful of players dictate the entire league. The most exciting thing for me, believe it or not, was watching Atlanta make the playoffs and actually beat my Knicks with this young boy, Trae Young. But Tell me where LeBron is. Tell me where Durant is. Tell me where Giannis is. Those are the teams that are going to win. It's so one-sided. The NBA, because of these super teams, have become so boring almost. You know what I'm saying? So for me, and guys, to that point, guys that live here in Vegas that are professional sports gamblers make the majority of their money on the NBA. Okay, people will tell you. NFL, what makes it so good is that it's unpredictable. Same thing like cricket, as a matter of fact. You don't ever know who's really going to win. So that's a big thing for me. I love Major League Baseball, love football, and I also have cricket as my third sport. Bro, I again, NBA, and people are going to say, oh, it's because the Knicks suck. Yes, the Knicks have sucked since the 80s, since I've been a fan. But I used to be a huge NBA fan and watch the Knicks and pay for the package. I only watch them when they're on free TV now. I'm done. It's like the super team killed the NBA, and that's my opinion. But when players began saying, I'm going to meet up with this other superstar and this other superstar and this other superstar, and we're going to, win all these championships. And yes, I'm also being salty because they didn't choose New York. They chose Miami of all places. Another reason why I hate Florida. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just got to the point now where, to me, the NBA is too one-sided. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I completely agree. And I'm a Lakers fan, and they have a bunch of championships, but I absolutely agree.
7 foot tall players killed the NBA. That's funny. Plus, the NBA doesn't play defense anymore. I hate these rules, man. Back in the day, you could get mugged, and if there wasn't any blood, it wasn't a foul. Now, Steph Curry gets touched behind the line, and all of a sudden, oh, it's a foul. Like, really? Really?
Not a good over for SRH.
Nope.
They got 5 runs on that last over. Beautiful over for Arshdeep Singh. Definitely not a big over. Got teased with that last one. Didn't really work out. That's unfortunate.
Nick, here's a good question. Somebody says, but MLB is losing viewership. Can you address this question? I want to hear your thoughts on this.
What was it? Say it again real quick. Sorry.
Tim says, don't watch basketball. I just watched Stephen A. Smith's rants, and apparently the game's gotten soft. Exactly. NBA is soft now. They just made it this huge scoring league. You never used to see these massive scores in the 80s and 90s. 120s, 130. The guys don't play defense. It's ridiculous. But Turning Point says, but MLB is losing viewership.
Absolutely. They are losing viewership. Absolutely. MLB, Gabe and I are fans of the product, not the idiots running the sport. Because the idiots running the sport are, and the biggest thing you could say, the biggest knock is that they're just stuck in their ways and stuck in their old views. They're not able to adapt. And that's true. But the problem with the MLB is that they are not appealing to a younger audience. Gabe and I represent probably the youngest generation that is their audience. Right. They have a lot of audience fans from older generations than ours. They're not going to be around forever, ladies and gentlemen. And to Gabe's point, he says it all the time, there's not too many little kids. There are some, not too many little kids running around saying, I would rather play baseball than football or basketball. Okay? So they're not appealing to the younger audience. You got to ask yourself, why is that? And the last thing I heard from how they're going to fix that is by increasing run scoring. I don't think that's your answer by changing stupid rules. They don't want to change any rules, but they'll change pitching rules. There's a 6 right there for Jason Holder. Get us back in the match. There we go.
Overrun with Jason.
I'm just talking too long about it, but yes, they are losing viewership. They have been bleeding forever, and they're still paying guys like my Fernando Tatis $340 million. That just shows you how much ridiculous money they have in the sport. But eventually, TV is going to catch on, and they're not going to pay those huge contracts.
Here's the thing. I agree with Nick for the most part, and I think that here's the biggest issue. I don't think, yes, it's a demographic, right? They're losing their fans because their fans are dying off. They're older. That's just being real, okay? You go to a baseball game, you see a lot of 60, 70 years old, younger guys like me and Nick, younger,
keep swinging like
30s and 40s, but you don't really got the young people, and it's because they haven't really made it a TV product. Again, the NFL is really good, just like the IPL, at making something that's a product for television. Cricket is great, but that's because we've been exposed to the IPL. We've been exposed to a test, which we love. Okay, but there's also some cricket games when we watch and the production value isn't really good, right, Nick? And you're like, okay, here's the difference between, let's say, a IPL and not doing any drive-bys, but even a BBL, right, the Big Bash League, or you could see there's a different production value there. And MLB, the draft is boring. Okay, nobody even pays attention to the draft unless you're a really diehard fan.
Ooh.
Okay, they don't do as much interaction for the fans.
No wide there. Wow, I didn't think it was wide, but that was close. Hold it.
That was really close at a wide, but if he doesn't get that, then that's an edge. So good for him to lay off. He's the biggest wicket, so right now he can't lose his wicket. He's got to look for a ball where he can hit. But they haven't really. And then they take the fun out of the game. All right. They've taken the fun out of the game. The players that are fun, that they should be really pushing, the Tatis, juniors of the world. They reprimand them for how they act on the field. They don't walk-offs.
That is okay. I'm sorry. I got way too excited on that one. That wasn't even a boundary. That was just
it went high in the air. It went high in the air, but it's just a single. And you can only take a single.
I'm desperate for some action today. Yes, there you go, Renell. It's a little late, but there you go. Super over call.
Super over would be fun. Super over would be fun. And Nick, they're only chasing 23 runs, and they've got basically 2 overs to do in it after this. So this could really be done. You're looking at 2 runs a ball, basically.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Can cricket make it in the USA? Sure. Crazier things have happened, but not overnight. And it's not going to be a flash in the pan. If it's going to be decades, unfortunately. Okay, decades, in my opinion.
It's going to take as long as Major League Soccer has taken, which has been about a decade. Okay, MLS is now more popular.
Even that is still not a huge ticket, right? It's bigger than it used to be.
I heard it's moved up to like 5th or 6th right now. It's still trailing. I think Major League. It's trailing hockey, but it's surpassed WNBA, golf, and NASCAR. Well, NASCAR it's not really a sport. I don't know how you feel about that, Nick.
It's a sport because it's competition, right? And there's a huge fan base for it.
Okay. But
I 10 most popular sports in America according to 2021, according to this thing. NFL 1, baseball 2. I'm surprised by. I thought it was basketball.
NBA
basketball
is losing a lot of popularity because of the super team. I'm telling you.
Ice hockey 4, soccer/football 5. But I wouldn't count that as MLS though. That's more Premier League and all that kind of stuff because that is getting pretty big here in the U.S.
Well, soccer in general. Yes.
Someone else that's his favorite sport, and he's homebred American. Tennis 6. Oh, that's going to be a wicket. Golf 7. Wrestling 8. WWE. And there's the wicket right there for Rashid Khan. I was way off on that one. Looks like was that Harshdeep that got his own wicket?
Harshdeep Singh. He did it again. Bowled and caught. This guy's a monster.
Motorsports 9. And real quick, badminton 10. I'm shocked by that one.
So, but I told you, I had heard, I think on ESPN, they were talking about how football is now, international football or soccer is now our 5th most popular sport. As you saw, Nick, boxing is way down there. And they're talking about how America, the old America is really, really changed. People don't realize that we are such a diverse population out here. And there's so many people from Europe, from Asia, Middle East or whatever. So there's a lot of people. Again, I think to Nick's point, it'll take 5 to 10 years before it becomes dominant. But I definitely see it. Absolutely.
5 to 10 years for cricket to become dominant?
To be in that top 10? Absolutely. 5 to 10 years. 5 to 10 years. Look at some of those other sports you mentioned. Look at how some of those other sports you mentioned. Come on. Tennis?
I think it'll take longer, and it would have to be first of all, some type of big event to get people's attention. Second of all, we've fallen in love with it because we took the time to learn about it.
Right.
Most Americans, talk about stereotypes, they're not that patient, and that's true. They're just not. Right. When I talked about MLS, I'm not saying it's not getting better. I'm not saying it's going down. This is the perspective I'm coming from. Gabe's coming from a perspective where he's coming from an MLS family, right? His wife, whole family, they love themselves soccer. I'm coming from the exact opposite, where we don't watch soccer/football. We don't get into it. And so I'm just talking about what I hear from other people talking about when it comes to sports. I always hear about the NFL. NFL's king in America. I hear about baseball all the time, basketball all the time, ice hockey. We live in a hockey town with the Golden Knights.
Yeah.
I don't ever hear about the MLS. I don't ever hear about it. And that's my perspective. If you want to hear from a perspective that's not swayed either way.
Right.
But
I see what you're saying.
I do know it's increased in popularity, to your point, and you made before, since the Beckham signing years ago.
And that's
a huge thing.
That's what they need to do out here when they need to bring big names, bro. And I don't know what it would cost, and people are gonna lose their mind in the chat right now. But they need to they need to pull a David Beckham and go say, Coley, what do you want? Write him a blank check, bro. Honestly, that's how you make this league huge. Write him bring the biggest names. Go to Australia. Go get you a Patty Cummings. You need those big names that have their own fan bases that are almost as big of the game. And that's what you do. And you write him a blank check. David Beckham, when he was past his prime, Nick, got $250 million, $250 million. Was he worth that as far as a player? No. But it really helped the league survive. It helped the league survive. So we'll see.
You know what's interesting about that is, and Virat would never do it because of the international game for India. But if you didn't have the international part of cricket, I could see at this point in Virat's career, what's going on, I could see him going to America, signing a big deal to try to bring the sport here, if it wasn't for the international game. But that's never going to happen. But you're right, it would have to be something like that.
The doctor said Coley makes $200 million a year already.
Yeah, he makes so much money.
That's why I said, write him a blank check. What's it cost, cousin? What's it going to cost? All right? Really, everybody's got a price. I will say that. Coley or no Coley, everybody's got a price.
Could that be a boundary? It's going so slow. Can it get there? No, but it should be 2 or 3.
That's got to be 3.
They're going for 3.
That's got to be 3.
17 runs on 7 balls. We've seen 18. They got 2. They only got 2. Wow.
18 slow
runs
runner.
On 7 balls.
You're right.
You got
slow
Boovy back on strike. Oh, wow.
Varun says Virat Kohli will not do that. And Varun, you know him better than I do. So you might be right. But you're telling me, all right, Derek Jeter, for instance, to keep him a part of baseball, the Miami Marlins offer him ownership in the team. Okay? It's bigger than any contract he'll ever have as a player. If they say, Coley, be a player owner, we're going to give you, $500 million and a stake in the team. You don't think he takes that? A stake in your own team. How do you walk away from that?
This is the best point in this argument. And it proves that I'm correct about it taking forever for cricket to get big. If football, the best sport in the world, can't become a norm in the USA, there's no chance for cricket. That is such a great point.
Interesting.
The USA sports watching audience is tough. It's tough. And dare I say, the biggest reason for that, and I never thought about this till right now, is because these sports were not born and bred in America. Right? Soccer, according to that poll, 5th most popular in America. That's still pretty good. But the other 4 above it, born and bred in America or North America, Canada, or whatever. So
I got people here saying Coley would take it. Of course he would take it. Of course. Endorsements? No. You don't think that they got endorsements here?
And Gaurav echoes my point. Not because of international. He would never do it because of the international game. Never do it. Now, if he's 40, 41, and for some reason can't make the side, and they want to offer him that money, that might be a possibility.
I mean, that's just a lot of money to turn down.
Oh, man, they're trying to take a quick run, and they got that quick run. Okay, so you got Boovy in here. This is crunch time. This is the last 5 balls.
Ooh.
Last 5. They need 16 on 5. You have Holder on strike right now. They wanted to rotate that strike real quick. They got the strike rotated.
Games in Holder's hands.
You've got to pull Brathwaite right now from World Cup 2016. 6 or bust. Boundary or bust, I should say.
Nick, call it. Is it big over or is it a wicket alert?
I'm calling right now. They're going to lose. SRH is not going to chase.
I'm calling big over. I like my boy, my West Indian. Let's go.
Oh, that one's going. Is that a 6?
Wait.
It's a 6. Oh, my God.
Let's go. West Indian. Let's go. Dominicano. Let's go. Hit another one. Let's go.
Varun, your fantasy squad is loving it.
Respect my West Indies. Let's go to work.
He gets one. I love Holder. Hey, I love Holder. gets another 6, it gets into a half century, and then you're talking about 4-on-3 at that point. But right now they're 10 off 4. I still don't think they're going to chase because SRH has not been able to pull this out. But that made things super interesting.
Come on. One more.
You got Ellis in there.
Yeah, Ellis is bowling, bro. I don't know why they went with Ellis.
Why did he do that? That could have been a wide, maybe. Why did he take that shot?
That was a wide.
Why did he waited so long on that ball? Why did he take that shot?
Well, I think they still call it a wide. He should still get the run for it, right?
No, not when you make contact with it.
Wow. And
he was trying to get it past the fielder.
Maybe it wasn't a wide. It looks like it was right on the line, Nick. Upon review, it looked like it was right on the line. Let us know in the chat. Do you guys think that was a wide or not? Do you think that was a wide or not?
They said that wasn't wide.
That wasn't wide. That's why I say it looked like it was right on the line, bro. All right, let's see what happens. That was a good ball by Ellis. It was right on the line. Let's see what Holder does here.
No, he doesn't even he doesn't even rotate the strike. And I get it. Oh, wow. It's 6 or bust.
Yeah, it's a
the
6.
Hill says wide.
On that line, so not a wide. It was right on the line. Ooh.
Great ball from Ellis right there. Not much you can do with that.
2 balls left. He needs 2 boundaries here. A 6 for sure and a 4.
Now
a no ball.
2 balls left. At least they made it interesting.
A no ball. Yep, I'm right on the game right now. Now look at the chat because you guys are about maybe a ball ahead of us. Come on, Holder. Make them respect you. Make them respect you.
Yeah,
that's a wide. That's a wide. That's a wide. Good. What do you call it? Good patience.
I don't know how I feel about that strategy. When you have 10 on 2, I wouldn't go for the wide now because even if he gets a 6 right now, they still haven't chased yet.
Now they
give him a wide with that. You give him one less run to worry about. Now 2 boundaries beats you. A 6 and a 4 beats you. Exactly.
Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. We
needed 10 to win, but still.
Come on. That
might have been a wide. They got to rotate it. Yep, they're going to be able to get 2 off that.
Ooh.
I don't think it's a run out. The umpire's not even looking at the replay.
Was that run out? Oh, Nick.
It's not a run out.
If it's
so. It doesn't matter. They need 7 runs on 1. So the only thing you cannot do is give a wide right now or give a no ball. That's the only thing you cannot do.
No, they need 7 runs.
6 is a super over.
Yeah, 6 is a super over. So you can, if the one thing you cannot afford is a no ball. And we've seen a lot of no balls the last few days. A lot of no balls.
A lot. Not looking at the chat right now, guys. If you're joining us right now, we appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, please.
Yeah, 144 in the chat. We're not ignoring you guys, but you guys are always a ball ahead of us. And everybody's excited. So saying, what do you call it? Saying no spoilers doesn't work in here. So a 6 for super over. I called for the super over. Woo! The doctor says CFA Nation not going home. No, sir. Come on. Come on, Holder. Pump him for 6.
This is what you ask for in any IPL match, even a low-scoring one at Sharjah. You're asking for drama. You're actually asking for.
If I'm a bowler,
on pin and needles.
If I'm Ellis, I'm throwing another wide. I could care less because now the 6 after that beats you. I'm throwing another wide.
You're not throwing. No. Because the worst thing that would happen with that 6 is at least it's a super over. You're still in it. You give a wide and they get a 6, then you might lose the match. You can't give a wide right now. You got to give your best ball.
You don't want to go full toss because
if you're going wide right now, you're going wide the rest of the way. You're just doing wide.
And we saw them do that the other day, right?
Yeah. Oh, full toss. He didn't get enough of it. So
wow, he went with the full toss. It
almost like it threw off. Was that a slow full toss or something? Ellis got away with it. They had a conversation. That was their conversation. It worked. I'm kind of surprised that Holder got fooled by that.
He wasn't. What did I just say? You can't go full toss here because when they see that full toss coming, that's a 6, bro. That's an easy 6. So I'm surprised he went with the full toss. But man, it got exciting there in the end. Again, you just never know what happens in cricket, right, Nick? And Varun says, yeah, it was a slow full toss.
He got away with it. He fooled Holder.
That was a double bluff. Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm gonna give you a slow ball and I'm gonna give you a full toss. From boring to exciting. Yes, Renil. Almost a super over. We haven't gotten a super over yet since the IPL is returned. Renil got robbed out of the super over the other day with Rajasthan Royals. I mean, 2 wides. That's it. That was a super over right there, but it is what it is. But man, so many thoughts on this game. And gotta say, made it more exciting than I thought it was gonna be there at the end, Nick. I will say, after watching today's matches, I am so confident. And watch now. Bad Gabe. Where's my blue soap? I'm so confident that both CSK and KKR are going to the playoffs. DC, I had already called it a while back. I mean, bro, the bottom of this of this table is atrocious, bro. They can't get out of their own way. It's atrocious. And honestly, man, it's just you think about
crazy with that win for the Kings, and now puts them in the 5th spot. Puts them in the 5th spot.
That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. And that's what you were talking about. Like the volatility down there, man. And
that's what I keep trying to tell him, Varun. He's not listening. He does not support him by choice. It's not his team. See, Gabe just ignores it whenever anyone says Mumbai or the team that should not be named.
Wow. But this was such an even game. 120 for 7 for Hyderabad, 125 for 7 for the Punjab Kings. And it wasn't easy, Nick. It wasn't comfortable like we saw CSK. It was comfortable win for CSK yesterday, right? This was not comfortable by any stretch of the imagination.
No.
And man, dude, I'm watching this right now. I'm like, oh boy, I don't know what to tell you.
I cannot believe that the Kings held that score.
Unbelievable.
At Sharjah. Let us know, pitch experts. Is there something with the pitch to make it much slower, or was it just 2 bad teams?
Yeah, you guys are gonna have to let us know.
Here at the tail end of our stream, Dovetail. Makes me think of DuckTales. Check out Peter Della Penastars and Stripes Cricket. He used to be USA correspondent at Cricket Info. He would love to talk to you. Cool. Check it out for sure.
Nick, man of the match. Who do you think? Man of the match. Let's predict it right now.
Man of the match. You go first.
I'm going to go with Bishnoi. I'm going to go with the young boy Bishnoi. Again, we saw how close it came down to it, and bowling dominated. And on a day that bowling dominated, I'm going to go with a guy that sorry, hold on. I'm going to go with the guy that had 24 runs in 4 overs and 3 wickets. Mohammad Shami also bowled very well, got himself 2 wickets. But I think Bishnoi being out before and coming back, this being his first net game, I'm going to go with Bishnoi. I've always liked the kid's action, bro. And those are 3 huge wickets. At the end, when the game started getting there closer and they start coming back, he absolutely shut that down. So I'm going with Bishnoi. How about you?
It's got to be Holder, because he has just as many wickets as Bishnoi with 3, and he almost got a half century, almost came back and solely won it for SRH. But I see what you're saying with Bishnoi because he's on the winning side.
He's on the winning team. Yeah, he's on the winning team.
But Holder did the same exact thing Bishnoi did, and he put up 47. So I think he's got to have it. And I don't think cricket really cares about who wins and who doesn't when it comes to man of the match. Now, Gabe and everyone else, there's a new Stranger Things season trailer, so we got to get off this stream so we can record our reaction to that for the final reaction. But let us know your thoughts when this goes or this post on our channel. If you didn't get a chance to get any comments here, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate it so much. We will see you again on our Monday morning for that next match. And until next time,
that's 6 runs.
Later, guys.